With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes are filled to fill. With so much time to kill, he promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and chill. His dreams online and straight away begins to whine, but always fine as long as Shazbin 9 and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. One ticked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machinist, snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if factory fun is trials can't see if others make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is dead to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and fatty life and all his strife of forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't actor as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. He seems nearly over it and a win is in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here. Couple of things I want to go over before we get right into the bingo stuff. Before we do anything relating to bingo, I want to show you guys something, okay? I want to show you guys something called a channel from Steel Toe Morning Show. I was not aware, I was aware of their existence, but I didn't realise they said something like this back at the end of July. Yeah, at the end of July they had something. I couldn't really quite believe it when I seen it myself, and I want to show you guys what they said at the end of July so I can get your own take on it. So listen to this, it's only like a minute long, and then I want to hear what you guys think about what they said.
Some of you DSP detractor channels, can I give you some advice? And I got to give big credit to Duty Streams for this. I think Duty Streams has been watching Steel Toe stuff, and he's gone, you know what I need to do? I need to do more commentary.
And get more involved
on my DSP stuff.
Yeah, he did a live thing. I was watching him on, and I was like, "Dude, glad you're back." And then he like literally addressed the whole. He had little emotes and things going on.
Yeah.
So now he's stepping up his game.
So shout out to Duty Streams. I think he's been watching his Steel Toe, and he's been going, you know, hey, I got to do some commentary. There's a lot of meat here on the fill bone, if you will. And by the way, I'm not like Red Bar. If you want to draw influence from us and do stuff because of us, fucking please do. Absolutely. I mean. If you're like, hey, I was watching Steel Toe and they do a lot of commentary. It looks like fun. I want to jump in on that. Have at it. Appreciate it.
Especially if you'll give me credit.
The more, the merrier.
Camera.
So they said that, you know, so they went and said that at the end of July. And it's like, okay, that's kind of funky. And it's one of those things where a lot of people don't really take them seriously at the best of times. If you're a DSP detractor, you don't go there to get the latest DSP detractor news. They just basically try and seem to, you know, jump on the DSP bandwagon essentially, just essentially for clickbait stuff or whatever. They had a video they released, they premiered it a day ago essentially. DSP deserves your engagement and I was right about not trying to cancel DSP gaming. And description, it says we talk about the failed attempts to cancel DSP, parts of the detractor community that acted like I was evil for saying it was lame to try and cancel a guy ended up proving me right. DSP is still there and using the cancel attempt as a rallying cry as I said he would. So I have a couple of things I want to say about these fucking numpties. And really it's I can tell by the guy, you know, you guys in chat, whatever, you know, Rennie Suarez is saying lol to lol cow trash FM. Zerg saying keep Red Bar out your mouse. Punish Roddy Boomers saying are these guys grifters. And yeah, so a month ago we had Steel Toe humbly boasting right about how they've encouraged a wave of detractors to start adding commentary over the videos relating to DSP. You know, such a thing had never been seen before in the multiple years of detractor videos being made about Phil Burnell. Nobody ever thought to fucking implement commentary to the fucking detractor videos. You know, that's a fucking brand new idea that Steel Toe have revolutionised within the last, couple of months. They've been aware of DSP's existence. So they stumbled across DSP randomly while he trended randomly in Reddit for well dumb reason a couple of months ago. And they set the bar quite high by adding their own random commentary to whatever random detractor video they can find to pretend to react to it. It's usually a Doody video, because that guy is quite prolific where he's uploading, to be fair. I don't mind Doody. I'm going to make that perfectly clear. I know Doody's made some mistakes, but he tries hard. I can appreciate the effort Doody puts into his videos. He does try hard. Sometimes he's a bit rash in terms of getting the video out there before he's fully checked information. He'll hopefully learn from his mistakes. I don't mind Doody. So that's why I can make that perfectly clear. And it's usually a Doody video they're reacting to because he is quite prolific with the videos. Steel Toe are the type of detractor that Phil Burnell warns his own fans about. They are specifically and purposefully using Phil for attention to boost their own metrics and views. They're try-harding to be like the next Keemstar, it seems. They cover every single flavour of the day talking point in their videos. Sometimes it's political and sometimes it's YouTube drama. And as far as I'm aware, nobody that I knew fucking knew who these guys were before they fucking talked about DSP. Before they mentioned the letters DSP, nobody had a fucking clue these guys existed. At least the guys that I fucking hang out with on social media and all that shit. So they should not be considered any sort of authority on providing information relating to DSP. They're merely a mouthpiece used for their own agendas, and at this point I consider them supporters of DSP more than anything else. They've shown various times they don't even care about educating themselves on who Phil Burnell is, and why he's actually as toxic as the several dozens of detractors over the years have said he is. So, to borrow a phrase from some bald guy, Steel Toe, know your role, shut your mouth. Good luck growing on YouTube, but who in the fuck you try to convince you're inspiring any detractors out there? Because none of us are fucking buying it. You guys might as well just hop onto his live streams and give him part of your fucking YouTube payment. You guys need him far more than you're letting on. We don't take you seriously enough to even acknowledge you as another fucking detractor channel. Rather, you're pretty much a cheerleader channel at this point, particularly with this latest video on Phil Burnell that you made a day ago. So that's all I fucking say about that. These guys, not worth your attention in my opinion. Not worth your time. So that's all I want to say about Steel Toe. That's just I thought I'd get it out there. Right, back to business. We're playing bingo today. And yeah. We need to pick a bingo term for a card. I'll shuffle it about a good bit. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Blah, 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 blah. And spin the wheel. Well, I am quite pleased with that. That is a good one, in my opinion. We've got Touch's Face as the thing we're using to... No, it's a 5x5 card today because it's a normal day of bingo. Tomorrow, it's a special stream, and that's a 3x3 card tomorrow. But today, normal 5x5 card. So, we have the Touch's Face as the thing we're used for finding our bingo card for today. I need a number. I need a number between 1 and 238. The first number in chat I see is a number I pick. Go. Warren is the first one out there, 54. The first number I saw in chat was Warren typing 54. So we're going to the 54th bingo card. And that is this one here on the left hand side. So we've got day off, literally, any scat talk, dead air and him laughing. Him pig-splaining something, the microphone bump, voted, ear touch and drama. Time, comment, snort, repeat same point constantly, and variety. A creepy whisper, sound good, him touching his face, engagement, and point at text. And finally, him drinking, him doing a Y/T pose, the throat clearing, behind the scenes, and the hand graphs. I think that's an extremely strong card. I mean, I don't mean to give you guys false hope, but I have a very strong feeling this could be a 25 out of 25 card. I feel very confident in this fucking card, providing a full house bingo. Let me just very quickly say that before I lose the damn thing. Because that's happened a few times before, embarrassingly. But yeah, I'm very happy with this bingo card. So, that is the bingo card saved officially. Fantastic stuff. So let me close the wheel, let me close the bingo thing. I can move that over there. Yeah, DSP tweeted earlier on saying it's the first day of September, so it's September the 2nd today. And he's tweeting it's the first day of fucking September. Fucking moron. Let's get this new month started right with a level 1 podcast full of game news and a new monthly membership goal with big rewards. Then there's more awesome Saints Row 1 action. Can't wait to see you on stream in a bit. What a boring bastard. Would I mind explaining hand graphs? Yeah, he basically demonstrates things going up or down with his hands. And he'll very likely use it when he's talking about his memberships. Going in a downward motion, along with some silly sound effect. But yeah, he just basically uses his hands quite a lot to demonstrate something either getting more popular or less popular. So we're going up or down, essentially. But he seems to do it in an unusual amount. It's very hard to demonstrate because it's hard to kind of find specific examples. You know, when you can't just search pig go for pig hand, you know, for hand graphs, pig hands, hand graphs. But he seems to do it quite a bit though. Every time we've had it on the bingo card, it's came in. I can't remember a time when it's not actually came in. So how many members do we think the goal will be? Thane thinks it's going to be between 450 and 475. I think 450 is reasonable, to be honest. It's never usually a massive amount he's asking for. Is it like 380 right now or something? Roughly 380. So for him to gain like another 60, 70 odd, or 70 odd members between now and the month end is usually the rough target he goes for. It doesn't usually exceed asking for more than 100 people at a time. So I think 450 is very reasonable. There's no way it's going to be fucking 400 members he's asking for. There's no way. 450. I'll be astonished if it was the 450. Or anything less than 450, to be honest. That's unless he's had another massive drop. I mean, if he's still around 380 odd members now, it'll be 450, in my opinion. Jasper World Order, you got COVID. That sucks, pal. I do hope he doesn't hit you too hard. But, we're just waiting for Phil to go live, not shit, and then we'll get ready to start the bingo and all that nonsense. But, yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed Phil's day off. You know, I hope you enjoyed doing whatever. I had a wee impromptu stream last night of Quiplash, which was fun. Hey, Cobain, how you doing, pal? But yeah, I'm quite happy. It's a Friday, you know, so no more fucking work till Monday. Happy days. Yaldi. I've got a wee Desperado that I'm drinking right now as well, going down nicely. I made myself a cheeseburger and chips. I went and got like a special burgers from the butchers. It's like steak and chili burgers. Oh, they're fucking dynamite. The thing is as well, guys, I only found out late on, but Jose is back. Some of you guys will know who Jose is, and some of you might not know who Jose is. I will actually share his channel. Let me grab the fucking link for it. Jose, where are you? Jose C105 or something. Is that what it is? Yeah, there it is there. That was close. So, Jose, good guy. He does detractor streams every single time Phil's off. Jose usually does a Jackbox party stream. That's his channel. I would recommend subbing to it every week at least. You know, he does these live streams as well. I mean, he does do some videos as well outside of the live streams, but he's actually back live streaming again. He wasn't live streaming for a good while, but he returned last night out of the blue, seemingly out of the blue, and done a live stream. So, would highly recommend Jose's channel. Jose, you might be familiar as well as he's one of the guys that makes Phil rage quit in Street Fighter. Him and Goji Tanks humiliate Phil in Street Fighter. So a lot of people are aware of Goji Tanks. Obviously, he's kind of a more prominent one, but Jose as well is a very capable Street Fighter player. So, yeah. That's what I'm saying as well. Like whenever Phil's off, he usually does a wee stream from his PlayStation, and he'll just do a Jackbox party game, and he'll just Yeah, so it's a good time usually. It's usually quite a fun time had by all. So yeah, that was a very pleasant surprise for me last night. As soon as I finished stream, I realised Jose was like online, and even though the stream had technically ended, I was still live. So I was like, I went and put the microphone back on. I was like, guys, Jose's back. I don't even think anyone's fucking left in the stream to fucking be aware of what I was saying. But I was like, Jose's back, guys, go check out Jose. And I think everyone had fucking left because it was the fucking Pixar song contributions that I finished. Yeah, Phil Burnell notoriously runs away from Jose playing Street Fighter. Remember a multiplayer event with the House at Seattle Air? Jose was in that lobby. You can hear him talk a few times. Is that... How long ago was that? Ethan? That was a good while ago, I think, wasn't it, Ethan? I can't mind. Anyway, guys, I'm distracting myself a little bit here. Let me set up the bingo properly. 2016, that's quite a while ago then. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Punish Roddy Boomer saying they didn't even know Jose was streaming until the rap battle. Same here. As soon as I entered the stream, I realised that, he was streaming and I was like, oh shit. And I just got myself in there as soon as I could. But it took that, and he was fucking, as soon as I turned up, he was demanding I turn up so because he wanted to see me try to do the rap battle thing. I think I won both of them hands down comfortably, but I was robbed the first time. I was supremely robbed the first time. It was a fix. I blame Rydrick. That bastard, no, Rydrick, he's live as well. I'm gonna, hang on, let me get his fucking link. Let me get Rydrick's link, he's live right now. So, here's me being a good guy, and I'm going to share Rydrick's link. He's live right now as well. So there we go. There's a link to it, and I'm going to pin the comment as well. I'm a good guy, DJ Renault. I'm a good guy. I'm going to fucking link his shit just because. Feel free to go there and call him an arsehole. King Jad sends his regards. Okay, guys, we don't have confirmation yet of the member stuff. He's at 383 members. He's not set the total yet for what he wants. I assume he wants to do this live on the channel itself, so there you go. But yeah, I'm going to get the stream properly set up, and you guys can enjoy some Meerkat music. Let me just, there we go. Right guys, so enjoy Meerkat music, or enjoy Rydrick's stream, whatever you end up wanting to do. And yeah, cheers lads.
Tips are the liquidity of my business. Why are you laughing? Oh, so hilarious that this guy has stuff financially tight. I literally can't afford stuff on Tuesday on my day off, and you're gonna laugh? Oh, it's funny. When you can't go and do something with your family on your day off, you're one day off for the week when you're working full-time 6 days a week. That's funny, right? No, it's not fucking funny. Now shut up. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Huh? Huh? Huh?
This one's for all my baby girls.
Because you're not rich and you're not famous and you're not this and you're not that. You had an opportunity to be, but you blew it all. And I said, well, oh well. I'm proud of that. I guess I'm proud to be a loser.
This one's for all my baby girls.
I'll beat a guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll beat a guy.
Fuck life.
I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy on level 1. Level 1. Married happily, paycheck to paycheck happily, meaningful relationship, meaningful life with a family. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. Tomorrow, if I stopped streaming, I would not be able to get a job. So it would be the end of my life. But outside of that, everything else is good in my life. You know what I mean? So I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy.
Fuck life.
I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy. I'll be the thousands of children.
Let me tell you something. When your life is all positive instead of negative, it's a much better situation. Big up, Skeeter Cat. And I can tell you that from personal experience. Look at my life now. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful life with a family, right? Everything here is so much better than what I had before. Why? Because I'm a positive person.
Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer.
Big up Skeeter Cat. I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please don't peel it, comes in the milk. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera. I need banana, tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please don't peel it, comes in the milk. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Banana in my mouth.
This one's for all my baby girls.
I need banana, tasty banana. Banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please don't peel it, comes in the milk. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250th streak for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight. It's out of control.
This one's for all my baby girls.
And it starts to click, you know, if someone just keeps saying sorry when they do something, they're not really apologizing, right? If apologizing isn't just words, it's I will not do this thing again because I feel bad about it. If you keep doing the thing, it's not actually an apology.
You have no respect for people that are alive, for fucking people that are dead. You don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. You have no respect.
Apologizing isn't just words.
You have no respect. Do you value money more than our friendship?
But that's the way of them saying, we want nothing to do with Phil at all moving forward. Let's make up a bunch of shit or twist a bunch of shit to make him sound bad because everyone hates him now anyway on the internet. So let's make him look like the villain so everyone will believe it and we'll just be washing our hands of the whole situation and we never have to deal with him ever again. And you know what? Look what's happened. Literally, no one bugs them anymore. Nothing. It's all, they're completely washed. The cans are clean.
You have no respect for people that are alive, for fucking people that are dead. You don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. You have no respect.
Apologizing isn't just words. It's I will not do this thing again.
You have no respect.
Because I feel bad about it.
He watches too much WWE. John starts getting text messages at 5 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. That means it's like 2 o'clock in the morning there. So now, when you start reading them, you start looking at it, and it doesn't make any sense why he's even texting. And it's not even coherent. So you start wondering if the guy was, like, if he's been drinking and texting.
I actually admitted this last year. I'll say it again. I actually do play some mobile games. I do. All right? The ones that I play are free to play or incredibly inexpensive, like you spend $1 here or there to make progress.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on Street. It's WWE Champions time. I'm stupid. WWE game plays like Candy Crush. Moving gems around, breaking colored gems. I love it. Again, it's pay to win. The more money you sink into it, the more characters you can summon, the higher chance you'll get the better characters, etc., etc. All right? Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on Street. Gotcha. Got me that gotcha. Thanks for the money, dummies. Supercar. That was a mobile game I played like 5-6 years ago, a lot. For about a year, I played it pretty hardcore. All right, even at that point, that was before everything kind of fell apart with YouTube and everything. I was putting a little bit of money into it. I was playing for the top cards. I was playing the shit out of that game, okay? After about a year, they launched what they called Season 2, which reset all the cards in the game and made all your progress essentially worthless. And I said, this game fucking sucks. What a complete waste of time that this was, all right? Today, some shithead hater will take something that I say out of context, and a ton of morons will watch that video. So within a day or two, that video will get like 5,000 views. While my daily gameplay videos each are getting, what, like 1,000 views, if that? Cuck life, 100%. Live the life of the cuck. Why not? YouTube doesn't care. Illegal, immoral, harmful, fucking toxic. This is insane. This is fucking toxic. Cuck life. It became a meme, right? The meme was to hate on me. What are the legitimate reasons? At first, there were. But over the years, are you shitting me how I've changed, like how different I am now? There is nothing fucking legitimate you could do. But the shit these people say and do, the insane amounts of slander and defamation about me, that's just untrue on the internet. There's no way I could ever, in any capacity, legally or otherwise, there's no way I could even dispute 99% of the shit they say because of the insane amount of it that they say. Cuck life, 100%. Live the life of the cuck. Why not? YouTube doesn't care. Illegal, immoral, harmful, fucking toxic. This is insane. This is fucking toxic. Cuck life, 100%. Live the life of the cuck. Why not? YouTube doesn't care. Illegal, immoral, harmful, fucking toxic. This is insane. This is fucking toxic. Cuck life, 100%. Live the life of the cuck. Why not?
Because I just want you guys to understand that means the world to me when I get a message like that. Like, it's been tough. My life has been tough over the last decade. It has. And when I read a message like that, I'm sorry that I'm tearing up like a baby. But when I read a message like that, it makes me feel like it was worth it. Like all the shit that happened to me and all the stress and the mental shit that I go through on a daily basis, sometimes, that is worth it because there's people out there who got something out of all of this. It wasn't just some dickhead in front of a camera, doing stupid videos, that it actually meant something to people. And that means the world to me, that there's people out there that, for a decade, that they've been watching me and they've been following me and they've been watching my life evolve and how I become a better person,
It complements the flavor perfectly. And it's so weird because it's nothing like any other cuisine. It really isn't. I can't even tell you another cuisine that tastes like that. But it's so good. And what I like about Mediterranean food is usually when you get it, you get such a good variety of stuff. Like I got, it came with hummus and pitas. You dip the pitas in the hummus, and that was delicious. Robust, insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking robust. Give you this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce. Robust. I will tell you guys is thus. Robust. Robust. They came with their rice, which is the seasoned rice. The tastes, again, it tastes kind of different from other cultures' rices. It has peas and carrots, but it's also got this unique seasoning in it that's really good. And then also a side salad, which was like lettuce, tomato, onion, robust, insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking robust. Give me this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce. Robust. I will tell you guys is thus. Robust. 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 We went and got dinner. Now, this was a double-edged sword.
This one's for all my baby girls.
And it starts to click, you know, if someone just keeps saying sorry when they do something, they're not really apologizing, right? If apologizing isn't just words, it's I will not do this thing again because I feel bad about it. If you keep doing the thing, it's not actually an apology.
You have no respect for people that are alive, for fucking people that are dead. You don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. You have no respect.
Apologizing isn't just words.
You have no respect. Do you value money more than our friendship?
But that's the way of them saying, we want nothing to do with Phil at all moving forward. Let's make up a bunch of shit or twist a bunch of shit to make him sound bad because everyone hates him now anyway on the internet. So let's make him look like the villain so everyone will believe it and we'll just be washing our hands of the whole situation and we never have to deal with him ever again. And you know what? Look what's happened. Literally, no one bugs them anymore. Nothing. They're completely washed. The hands are clean.
You have no respect for people that are alive, for fucking people that are dead. You don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. You have no respect.
Apologizing isn't just words. It's I will not do this thing again.
Okay, guys, we'll be live quite soon. Well, we are live now, but you get what I'm saying. Bill's going to be live anytime now. You know, pretty much usually around this time, he will be fucking starting the goddamn show, and we'll be fucking starting off the goddamn podcast, and this is going to be one where he talks a lot. Apparently he's got a huge amount to go through today, so it might be hard to keep track. There's a snort counter at the very top of the screen, very small writing, but right above the video where Phil will appear, there is a small snort counter. If anybody wishes to try and keep count of all his snorts, I'll try to as well, but it's harder than it seems sometimes to try and keep track of all that, as well as try and keep track of the bingo stuff. I need you guys to certainly help me as much as possible. If I miss anything on the bingo card, call me out, tag me in chat, let me know, hey, King Jad, you're a dumbass, you missed something. He said something or I did something and you fucking missed it. Feel free to bully and harass me in chat until I see it. As long as you tag me, I will certainly see it. So tagging me in chat's one of the easiest ways to get my attention if I miss anything, simply because it shows up as bright fucking orange and my side, so yeah, I can see like something worth my attention there. But yeah, we'll be live very, very soon. Phil's just essentially just trying his best to let the stream build up more and more. He's got about 170 odd people right now in the stream. I think he's wanting 200. Lord Slapper, it's funny you say that. The last stream we only had 2 snorts. It was strange. We actually, as far as I'm aware, we only had 2 snorts on the podcast for the last stream on Wednesday. But the day before that, we had about 40. So it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I think it just depends when he takes his allergy medication. I think a lot of the snorts are, in a way, affected by the allergies. For sure. Yeah, literally, the other day it was like 40 odd. It was high 30s anyway, the other day. This was Tuesday, and it was really high. And like it was like half an hour, 40 minutes into his podcast, and he was still snorting away. But Wednesday, aside from the first couple of snorts, nothing. But enough about that, guys. We're going live now. The fucking intro is starting, so prepare yourselves. We are about to go live now. The start usually is rapid. A lot of things usually happen right at the start, and a lot of things get ticked off pretty quickly. So let's do our best to keep up, guys. Remember, tag me in chat in case I miss anything. Let's keep each other right. If today's a day where we get a full 25 out of 25, one of you guys will win a £25 prize of some sorts. Fingers crossed today's a day we get a full house. Here we go.
Wow. Good morning, everyone. Wow, wow, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's so much going on. What's up, everybody? I forgot the ghost yet again.
Go back to Supercuts and get your $5 back, jabroni. Oh, no.
Whenever I have a morning where there's a ton going on, I forget to turn on the ghost. Welcome to the Level 1 podcast. Welcome to September. Welcome to a brand new streaming week. Welcome, 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 guys. Today is one of the most jam-packed, excellent, interesting podcasts that I've had lined up for you in a long time. All right? We've got the Phil's Day Off segment to talk about my day off from streaming yesterday. We got the schedule, which is interesting now because we got a lot going on. We've got a ton of gaming news to talk about today that all happened during my day off. Go figure, it's always on my day off this stuff happens. We've got a new members goal set up for the month of September, which I'm very excited to talk to you about because it's dual reward. And get this, for the first time ever, I have a limited time specialty reward lined up if we hit that goal within a shortened time frame. Meaning, if we hit a member's goal earlier on in the month, you get more rewards for it. I've never done that before, have I? Okay. So, I hope you guys are excited. Seriously. We have so much to talk about. And then, of course, after the podcast is done, we got a fun Saints Row 1 stream lined up, right? So, man, I mean, where do you begin when you have so much to talk about? I guess what we'll do, let us start at the beginning. Let's talk about September. Because, ladies and gentlemen, September, I would like to approach this new month with an attitude of positivity and renewal. Let's be honest about the summertime, and let's be honest about last month. Wasn't the best, all right? There wasn't a lot going on in the realm of games and gaming, just being honest. Was there things to do? Yes. Were they high-profile, giant, hype releases? No, they were not, which is fine. You don't always need to have a giant, overhyped AAA release, but it was several months of kind of very slow stuff. I had a great time with all of you. We tried out different things, like different kinds of react events and things like that, but at the second half of August there, with the trolling and the negativity towards the channel, as I've told you guys, multiple things were hitting all at once, including attempts at hitting me with community guideline strikes, attempts at false copyright strikes, chargebacks on my PayPal account for tips, all that hitting at once. It definitely soured the whole second half of August. I know that, and I apologize for that, and there's not much I can do about that now. It's just a fact that it happened, right? But what I can tell you is this. Now, we're heading into a new month. There's going to be some exciting, fun stuff going on this month, both in my content as well as with games. I'm pumped. I'm excited. I'm feeling positive. I hope that you guys are too. And I want to approach this month with a feeling like, let's hit the reset button, right? Let's say, okay, last month is in the past, all that bullshit. Let's start fresh, like with my hair, which I needed a haircut desperately. It's been a very warm summer here in Washington State. In fact, we hit the record for the most number of days 90 degrees Fahrenheit or hotter during a summertime ever recorded. It's never had that many hot days in the summer before here in Washington. So, yeah, I needed this haircut desperately. I got one yesterday, thank God. And now we can move forward positively into the new month. Because as you know, in September, it's going to be the fall. The autumn is going to begin. The busier gaming season of the year, the busiest gaming season of the year begins shortly. So, I'm excited for that, and I hope that you guys are too. So before we even get into anything else, what I'd like to announce formally on today's Level 1 podcast is the membership goals that are going to happen during this month. All right? Here we go. So the tier 1 membership goal is 450 members. We're currently at 383, but we've had over 600 before. I think the record was 640 something, okay?
Translation, he had all these fucking gifted memberships that after they expired, nobody could be fucking bothered to renew themselves because they didn't fucking want to pay for it themselves. He has 0 gifted membership bums throughout the month of fucking August. Therefore, he's in a situation where he went back to his kind of normal state of having under 400 fucking members. That is the simple truth of the matter. He's only that fucking high, not because of fucking, natural fucking growth. No, that was inflated as shit. Nothing organic about that.
This is an incredibly doable goal. All right? People who did not renew their memberships, people who want to become members and get all the advantages of being a member, and of course people gifting members. Between the 3 of those, there's absolutely positively a chance we can hit 450 members. I'd actually be...
This motherfucker actually said absolutely positively. I told you guys it says it fucking sometimes. You motherfuckers didn't believe me when I said absolutely positive. And DJ Reynolds going out his mind because he's the one that suggested it. Now, bear in mind, it's not on this bingo card. I went and changed it just to absolutely. It's not relevant for today, but it's so typical of Phil to say the thing today when it's not on the card, but I refused to fucking say it last time when it was on the card. BST says I didn't say it yesterday. Well, that's because he wasn't here yesterday, BST. It was his day off. But I get what you mean. He didn't say it the fucking last stream. Absolutely positively is gone. It is now just absolutely. Which Phil does say quite more often than absolutely, He says absolutely a whole lot of fucking times. But yeah, that's so fucking typical of Phil.
Surprised if we couldn't hit this by the end of the month. All right? Just to reiterate, what do you guys get for being a member and how does it benefit me? You get a highlighted name in the stream chat and in the comments on videos. You get a crown next to your name to show how long you've been a supporter of the channel. That changes over time for the length that you've been a supporter. And again, you get that in the comments next to my videos as well. You get access to all of my emotes in the stream chat and the comments. You get priority when we do special events to nominate and vote on things. And for example, I'm going to announce in a moment how that's going to benefit if we hit the goal this month, because it will directly benefit this member goal. Okay? Among other things. So there's a lot of benefits to being a member. How does it help me? It's support for the channel. It's ongoing, dependable support that I get in my monthly support payment from YouTube. I'm going to be honest. Last month, because my members dipped by 300 because of illegal activity against me, I'm going to basically be hurting this month. When I get paid by YouTube, I'm going to have lots of money missing. And that's not good, because that's the payment I used to do all my major payments for bills and things. So it's going to be a tight month now because of this, okay? So we need to get these things back on track. Now, what is the member reward? If we hit 450 members at any point during the month of September, any point, the reward is I'm going to be doing a Halloween marathon, okay? A day where we're going to do all kinds of Halloween-themed events, including me dressing up in a Halloween costume for the day. All right. I will be ordering food during that day of some sort. Not sure what yet, because we'll talk about that. And you guys are going to get to nominate and vote for the games that I played during that event. That means you could very well nominate and vote for horror games, and we could do some horror-themed marathon stuff. Or if there's other games you've been dying to see me play and I haven't gotten around to, or maybe some indie games you wanted to see me try, maybe some good Game Pass stuff, now's your opportunity to get in and actually get noticed and get those games played on a stream. In addition, if you are a member, okay, a member gets priority to nominate and vote on these games, all right? And what I mean by that is you will have your own separate method by which to nominate and vote. And if you're a member, members exclusively will be nominating and getting one game into this marathon, okay? So just think about that. Out of the thousands of people that watch my stuff on YouTube, the few hundred members will be nominating and voting and getting a game into the marathon for sure. And then you get an additional chance if you're not a member, or if you're a member and you just want to do the open nominations, you can also nominate and vote on games there as well. So I do this every year. It's a traditional hit. People absolutely love the Halloween event. All right. There's always a spooky atmosphere, cool stuff that we do, dressing up. It's always a good time. So I certainly hope that we will hit it. It's a no-brainer that we would hit this goal this month, because we do it every year. All right. But I'm giving you added incentive. Listen to this. This is the first time I'm ever doing this. If we hit 450 members by September 15th, so to give you perspective, that's 2 weeks from today, okay? That would be, the 15th is a Thursday, okay? If we hit it by the 15th, all right? I guess, or how about this? The 16th, because that way we gives an extra day just in case the 15th is my day off, because it might be, it's a Thursday. If we hit it by September 16th rather than the 30th, I'm giving you a special extra reward, all right? I will be doing a special React event by the end of the month. So we will actually hurry up and schedule a special React event in the second half of September on a weekend. All right, what will the React event be? I don't know yet. We can talk about it. It could be reacting to, you know, one of these documentaries that you guys have been asking me for months. It could be something else. But the way I see it is, the reason that I want to do this quickly, there's actually two reasons. Number one is because I want to get us back on track. August threw us off because of bullshit. And I want to get this channel back on track in a positive movement, and I need the support. So if we can do this by the first half of September, that would give me extra incentive to do something special by the end of the month, and then you get double rewards. You'll get a React event by the end of the month, and then you'll get a Halloween marathon next month. All right?
I swear to most of his fucking streams so far is just basically him telling his fans how they can give him money. Jesus fucking Christ, man, the desperation is stinking. You can fucking smell it all the way from out here in Scotland, man. He's stinking of desperation. Fuck me, man. It's been non-stop just fucking badgering his fans for fucking ways to fucking empty their fucking wallets for him. Boo fucking who? Jesus Christ, man. I just had to fucking pause just to fucking get a small breather from the fucking overwhelming onslaught of begging going on. This is fucking severe. This is fucking extreme today, man. Hey, Yammy Jackie, welcome home. You've not missed much apart from, well, a lot of bingo things have been ticked off. Okay, you missed a fair bit, even though it just started.
But why? What's the other reason? The other reason is very simple. Because I want to do a Tier 2 membership reward for you guys this month. Okay? I think this is a great month to do it. All right? I feel positive about September. I'm thinking we can hit another reward. What would it be? Well, if we hit 450 members, depending on the momentum and what happens, because here's the thing. If it's tough and it takes a while to hit it, then probably it'll be a more reasonable Tier 2 goal. But if, let's say, someone gifts a bunch and we're getting great momentum, then I could probably do a higher goal. We'll see. I'm not even sure exactly what the second goal would be yet, because some people...
He just said if he gets the fucking members early, he's going to do a higher goal. What, he's going to fucking lift it to a higher number so he can get more money? He literally just admitted that if the fucking members come in thick and fast, he's going to even raise it even more so he can get more money out of these fucking idiots. Fuck me, man. This man has no shame.
Well, already said, would it be 500 members or whatever? I don't even know yet. All right? But if we hit the Tier 1 goal, all right, Tier 2 will be another special event in October. All right? This one will be a horror-themed React event. Rather than it just being a gaming marathon event, which is what I typically do, now we're going to do a horror-themed React event. One of the major things we're going to feature during that event is videos from Rob Gavigan. If you remember, a few months ago, I did a React event to Rob Gavigan's channel on YouTube. He does a lot of dark, macabre videos, meaning, you know, the scariest things, the weirdest things, things caught on camera. And a few months ago, he actually offered to make a curated list of videos for me that he feels are actually some of the most scary he's ever done that I could react to during October for Halloween. I said I would absolutely love to do that. All right? So, if we hit the Tier 2 goal, number one, we're going to do that special React event. And number two, you guys will be able to vote on the Halloween costume I'm wearing for the event. Okay? So let's recap, because that's a lot going on, and that's a lot of rewards. The Tier 1 goal is 450 members. If we get to at any point during September, you're locking in. We're absolutely doing a Halloween gaming marathon. You guys will be nominating and voting the games. Members will get priority for that. I'll be wearing a Halloween costume, and we're going to order food and have a fun Halloween horror-themed day near the end of October. All right? If we hit that early, okay, if we hit it early, meaning before September 16th, before the first half of the month is over, then we're locking into a Tier 2 reward, or a special reward, I should say, which is a special React event that we're going to be doing by the end of this very month. So the sooner you become a member or gift a membership to make the goal happen, the better, because we can start planning for a special event right away. Okay? Then, the Tier 2 reward, which will happen after we hit Tier 1, if we hit that, we're going to do a special Rob Gavigan and maybe some other stuff reacting horror theme event that's going to tie into the Halloween theme, and you guys will have the ability to vote on the Halloween costume that I'm going to be wearing during the Halloween special. Okay? So, I mean, that's a lot of rewards for memberships. So, what I would say is, hey guys, listen, if you're not a member, you're missing out. This one's going to be exciting and fun. We got a big variety of stuff. We got game playthroughs. We got...
Yay, said variety. I've got a bingo already. That's a fucking bingo right after fucking bat. We barely fucking started as well. Fucking Yaldi.
Special marathons. We got all kinds of stuff coming up that I'm really pumped for. So I hope that you would consider, becoming a member if you're not. maybe you'd like to gift some memberships to your fellow viewers. That helps the channel tremendously as well, and everyone appreciates that. I know for a fact we've got hundreds of people lined up for gifted memberships. They've been saying, man, my
I know for a fact you've got hundreds of people that don't want to fucking use their own fucking money to get a membership themselves. How about fucking phrasing it that way, Phil? You're fucking relying on the generosity of one fucking massive whale to fucking give all these morons that don't want to part with their own money a membership. You think you'd be better off trying to encourage these hundreds of people that don't want to fucking give you $3.99? You're not better off asking these people that don't want to give you $3.99 why they don't want to give you $3.99? These are like such massive fans of yours that don't want to fucking give you $3.99 fucking cents. Explain that one, Phil.
membership kind of ran out, and I'm kind of disappointed. I would like to get one back, but I can't afford it right now, so people would appreciate that. All right, so that is really awesome. I hope you guys think that that's good. I mean, every year we do Halloween stuff, and you guys seem to love it. But
oh, Dan Dark says he didn't have an ear dig there. I missed it. Well, Dan Dark says he was digging for gold in his ears. That is very graphic, but thank you very much for pointing out it's an R bingo, so cheers. If you rewind it, you can see it. Oh, okay, fuck it, we'll rewind. I mean, I've already ticked it off, but fuck it. How far back do we go?
this month's going to be exciting and fun. We got a big variety of stuff. We got game playthroughs. We got special marathons. We got all kinds of stuff coming up that I'm really pumped for.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, there it is. Fucking hell, mate. Okay. Good spot, guys. Thank you very much for pointing out, Dan Dark. I appreciate it. As I said, sometimes I miss these things. I'm listening out very hard for things. I'm listening out for the snorts as well, for the bloody snort count. About 8 snorts so far. But yeah, sometimes I miss these wee action things because I'm too busy listening to even look sometimes. So I miss these kind of wee action sometimes. So I really do appreciate you guys looking out for me. Thank you very much.
So I hope that you would consider, becoming a member if you're not. Maybe you'd like to gift some memberships to your fellow viewers. That helps the channel tremendously as well, and everyone appreciates that. I know for a fact we've got hundreds of people lined up for gifted memberships. They've been saying, man, my membership kind of ran out, and I'm kind of disappointed. I would like to get one back, but I can't afford it right now, so people would appreciate that. All right, so that is really awesome. I hope you guys think that that's good. I mean, every year we do Halloween stuff, and you guys seem to love it. By the way, come October, this office goes Halloween mode, meaning I'm going to have all Halloween decorations behind me for the whole month of October, as opposed to the usual gaming stuff. All right, so some special stuff already on the horizon. All right, so there you go. Thank you, guys. I hope that sounds good. And one thing I want to clear up, because some people are going to say, well, what's going on with all the trolling and shit that was happening to you in August, all right? Let me put it this way. It's been well over a week since I received any kind of false strikes or anything against the channel. If anything else was going to happen, it would have happened by now, all right?
I think Prophet was the one that raised the point recently to me. If he really wanted to fucking prove that these copyright strikes happened, he could fucking show the claims on his channel. Like, you can go to YouTube Studio and it'll tell you 2 copyright claims, and you can show people yourself if you wanted to. Because some people aren't believing Phil. Some people think Phil's lying about the copyright strikes. Which I think is an interesting take. We know for a fact some videos were claimed. I see it for myself. I can't prove that. I went and showed evidence of myself that he had videos claimed by, was it Ray Collins? Someone called Ray Collins claimed responsibility for like some art in his streams. Something like the intro or something like that. So somebody actually did go after it, but I'm not sure if that was an actual full-out copyright claim or not.
Are they cleared up? No, I wish they were, but it's all in limbo with YouTube, and YouTube typically likes to drag their feet. I would think the earliest they're going to clear up any false strikes is 2 weeks, so probably the middle of next week. There's no guarantee that they will. There's nothing I can do about that. And as I told you guys, rest assured, if anything does go wrong, I got a backup plan. We're good to go. I've already got everything set up. I got everything ready to go. So if the worst happens, we're still going to be making content. We're still going to be chilling on stream every day. Nothing's going to change. It's just going to be the physical location, and that's not a big deal. Trust me, it's not going to be a huge deal. There's not going to be any giant amount of stress around it. I'm going with the flow at this point. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to sit here and freak out or anything. Whatever. It's all good. And, just keep moving forward positively. All right. And again, rest assured, if you become a member and something happens, I still get the support. It's still going to help. It's not like everything gets thrown into the wind and lost. It's not the case. Okay. So thank you. Thank you everyone for putting up with that. Week and a half, 2 weeks of bullshit. It really was annoying. And, like I said, now I'm ready to move past it and move forward in a positive manner and say, forget all that. Let's get back to positive, fun, interactive streaming. Sound good? Okay. Now, give me 1 second, and then we're going to move on to the next segment. Okay.
Would you consider just starting off?
Okay, that was a quick one. All right. So, ladies and gents, before we get to the schedule and before we get to a ton of gaming news, because there's a ridiculous amount of gaming news to talk about today, I would like to do a segment that I like to call Phil's Day Off. In which case, I'm going to talk about my day off yesterday. Now, yesterday was really warm, which sucks ass because when I have a day off, I don't want to be sweating it out. Not much I could do about that. I actually started off shopping in the morning because yesterday we had an appointment, obviously, for our haircuts and some other stuff going on. So we needed to get moving early. And I got up early and went grocery shopping. It was nice and cool in the morning, cloudy. I'm like, oh, this is great. It's going to be a nice, cool day. So, of course, I come home, I unpack the groceries, and when we're heading out to actually have our day out to do all our stuff, the sun comes out and it raises about 20 degrees outside. And I'm like, oh, this stinks. Okay? So what did we do yesterday? A lot. I mean, just to be...
Shut the fuck up, Phil, because that's not a bingo. Diagonally. Bottom left to top right. Drink, sound good, snort, ear touch, and him laughing. It's yet another bingo. Brad Burnians is completely shocked how much we've got ticked off already. Yeah, we've really been fucking battering through it. I was very confident in this card. The one thing I'm a bit worried about, if I'm being honest with you guys, so it's two things. Him saying behind the scenes and him doing the scat talk. Sometimes he's very weird for not doing scat talk. Those are the only two things I'm worried about. The rest I can see sailing in easily.
Be honest, we did a ton of shit. We had some shopping to do. We had to get some pet supplies. We had to get our hair cut and the like. Anything super exciting? I mean, nothing super duper exciting. The one thing that may apply to streams is that we actually got Jasper Kitty a blanket for the closet here. Because as you know, since I've cleaned out my closet in the month of August, which was a big endeavor, how many streams did it take to do it, right? The closet's kind of semi-empty now. There's room in there. And what's been happening is on nights when Jasper can join us for streams, he likes to go in there. He goes in there, he walks around for a little bit, goes, nah, and he leaves. The thing is, there's nothing in there for him to lay on. And we know for a fact he loves, absolutely loves to lay down on sheets, on blankets, because all around the house he does this. And we even have other closets. Like we have a linen closet in the hallway where we have our sheets and pillows and things. He loves to go in there and lay on a stack of sheets on the bottom. It's like his favorite thing to do. And then we have a laundry room downstairs. Same thing. We got like a stack of sheets in the corner. He'll lay in the stack of sheets and nap in there. So I figured, hey, if we had something comfy in here for him, then on my streams, perhaps he would come in here and he would actually like chill out and relax next to me while I game. Because right now he comes in, there's nothing really to do. He'll try to get my attention, jump on me for a minute, and then he's out of here. But maybe he'll actually stay in here if there's something in there. So we actually got him a nice little cozy blanket for the closet. I will show it on days when Jasper's going to be in here. He's not today. My wife's actually home for a few days over the weekend here. So when she gets back to work and when Jasper is able to come in for streams, I'll basically show it off and say, hey, here it is. And, if he wants to come, chill out here or whatever, he'll be able to. Okay? Sound good? So we did that. Outside of that, what do we get for food? We got Mexican food. Yeah, we ended up ordering some Mexican food. I got enchiladas and mole. And my wife got enchiladas rancheros. So all it is chicken enchiladas with different kind of sauce on it. With a side of rice and beans or whatever. Nothing super special. That was our dinner. So we didn't have to cook. Thank God. Because we cook every other day. So there you go. That was our day off. Anything super exciting to talk about or anything like extra special? Not really. It was a very busy day. We were out and about all day kind of doing stuff. But nothing like, oh my God, that was so exciting and riveting that you guys really want to hear about it. Nothing too special. But let me tell you. My God, it was a busy gaming news day, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. We got a ridiculous amount of gaming news to talk about. Okay? Before we get to that, let's do the schedule. That way you guys know what's going on, because, man, we got an exciting week. Tomorrow, in particular, a super special day. All right, let's talk. So, today, we got a fun Level 1 podcast covering all kinds of gaming news and things coming up. After that, we're playing Saints Row 1. We're actually lined up for some excitement because I just did a bunch of the side mission grinding and unlocked like 6 levels of the in-game reputation or whatever it's called. So we could do like a bunch of story missions. Now, sadly, I think we are kind of lining up that we have to do a lot of those stronghold missions too. There's not much I can do. Apparently, it's a required game mechanic in the game that you take over the strongholds. And yeah, for the one I did, it sucked. And I get the feeling they're all going to suck. They're all going to be repetitive grinds. But for some odd reason, they always put this kind of mission into this kind of sandbox game. They think that it's some kind of added gameplay element that's needed. It's not. It really is a time killer. But if we got to do it, we got to do it. We should get a good amount of progress today in the game because of the amount of story that I've unlocked. So we should be able to make good progress without having to do the side mission stuff for now. Okay? All right, so that's today's major focus. And then on the night stream tonight, it's Friday Night Fights. That's right. It returns back to its normally scheduled night on Friday nights. It is old school fighting game fun, which is why I'm wearing the Street Fighter shirt. Looking forward to that. Remember, even though sometimes it's hard to find matches, we still chill and have a good time. We talk, we relax, we have a good conversation, and it ends up being great. You don't have to worry about being bored or whatever on a Friday Night Fight stream. It's usually a really great time. All right? Now, tomorrow is the big exciting event. Let's talk. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is my Teenage Mutant...
What in the fuck is this fucking stupidity? Well, the pause game's still strong. feel free, guys, to take a screenshot of that drunken Phil face along with that dumbass poster of him. I'll give you guys just a second to screenshot that if you so wish, but how the hell is my pause game that strong? But yeah, that's a fucking cursed image right there. No, it's a fucking picture as well. Fucking, because his dumbass did dress up like a fucking Ninja Turtle one year for Halloween. Ah, Christ, man. Phil is a fucking mutant, though. There's no doubt about
that. Ugh. My Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles marathon, which I'm calling the Cowabunga Pizza Party. All right? What's going down tomorrow? Well, number one, I'm getting the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection, which is the new game that just came out a few days ago. It features the long history of Ninja Turtles games from all over the years. You know, starting on the NES, the original platformer, then the NES ports of arcade games, the original arcade versions, which have online co-op capability, which is awesome. I hope I can find some people to play with online tomorrow. The Game Boy games and the two different fighting games, because there's two different versions of the game that came out for Super Nintendo and Genesis that are actually different. So there's a lot going on in this collection. All right, so I'm going to be checking it out all day long, playing a wide variety of games and reminiscing about the Ninja Turtles with all of you. You know, I grew up as a huge super fan of the Ninja Turtles. I was introduced to them at first by a friend, and then I started checking out the TV show. I loved it. Started buying the action figures. Then I wanted to play the games, read the comics. The movies came out. Then there's a ridiculous amount of product tie-ins. There's so much to talk about. We'll actually be talking about that here on the stream tomorrow, which will be really exciting, going through my history with the Ninja Turtles and their history in general. And then playing all the games. And yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen, not only is it a Ninja Turtles gaming event, but it is also going to be a Ninja Turtles pizza party where I'm going to be...
Oh my god, there's another one. There's another one, guys. It gets fucking worse. What in the fuck? What detractor made this for him? Man, I actually think he had that fucking slice like whole, practically. It looks like he's trying to deep throat the whole fucking pizza slice. I think that's his first bite. I think that was his fucking first bite. Jesus Christ, man. I think, give more blood. You're in the stream. Have you came across this episode yet where you cover your DSP tries it? If you're not aware, guys, Give More Blood does stream sometimes where he goes over old DSP tries it, where it looks like old Phil getting, eaten for this essentially. From back in the day where he done DSP tries it. Give More Blood. Have you came across this one yet? No, not yet, okay. Well, there's a fucking spoiler for you then. Phil deep throats a fucking pizza. Put that shit in Pornhub. Jesus Christ, man. Ugh, for fuck's sake, man. Okay. Well, guys, I'm going to play this again, but I need fucking more alcohol, so I'll be back in a few minutes. Well, a minute.
Ordering pizza live and eating it on stream. I actually talked to my wife about this last night, about what we want to get, and we're kind of debating. We may actually get a controversial pizza. What does that mean? Well, you have to tune in tomorrow to find out. We may get a controversial pizza. All right. So yeah, I'm going to be ordering a giant pizza and munching. I'll probably have like a couple pieces when it arrives and then have more over the course of the day. Keep bringing them into the office, warming them up in the microwave. We're going to get a big one. So that way it's like 8 to 10 slices. So that way it's not like we run out or anything right away. So I'm very excited for tomorrow because not only will we be partaking in Ninja Turtles lore and gameplay action, but also in pizza. It's hard to point when you've got half your screen taken up. Also in a pizza marathon, pizza party chowing down. All right. So I know I've been hyping this up for a while, but now it's finally here. I'm very excited for this. It should be a chill and fun atmosphere for sure. The thing is, there's no pressure. It's not like, oh, I absolutely have to get through every game in the collection. If we're enjoying a game, we can keep going with it. If we're not enjoying a game, we can move on to the next. You see? There's actually games in there I never played. I never played any of the handhelds, like any of the Game Boy Ninja Turtle games. I never even saw them. So it might be exciting to just kind of see some of those. And the fighting games, oh my God, I haven't played the fighting games in so long. It'll be pretty neat to see what, how they play, because the two different versions have a completely different cast of characters and will actually play quite differently. So,
alright, I'm back. What did I miss? Did I miss anything important? Anything of note? Oh yeah, I've got this in 1.25 speed. I'm a bit behind.
If you are watching his shows and you're paying his bills, you're a fucking
Nothing missed. Okay, cool.
So it should be pretty interesting. All right, I hope you'll join me again all day tomorrow, starting at the usual time in the morning and continuing on. By the way, that picture of me is over 10 years old. Yeah, that picture of me is from like, I think 2012. So yeah, it's pretty outdated. That's why I have such a giant, full, dark beard, which I can still grow a big beard like that, but it's all white. So you see my beard now, it looks patchy. It's not. It's all white. My whole beard's white, so you can barely see it on camera. Back then, it was super dark, and that's what it looked like. So, all right. So I'm excited for tomorrow. Obviously, a special day. A lot of fun stuff going on. I hope you'll join me. Maybe we'll have a big push for members. Maybe some people will show up and start. Because here's the thing. A lot of people are going to be here for that. I know that. There's going to be more people than usual. So that would be a great opportunity if you were thinking of supporting the channel and gifting memberships. Tomorrow might be a great day to do it. Okay? Okay. All right. Now.
Oh, I caught that. That's a creepy whisper. That's another bingo. That is absolutely a fucking creepy whisper from this creepy bastard. It's another bingo. Guys, we have so much time left and we only need 5 more. This is going so well.
On Sunday, all right, we go back to regularly scheduled gameplay. Here's what I've got planned for you guys. Alternation. We'll start with Destroy All Humans 2 on Sunday, and then Sunday night will be Sunday Night Bites, where I play Bassmaster Fishing. You guys really enjoyed this for 1 month. I've been doing it now, and last week, oh my god, last week I caught the biggest fish I've ever seen in my life in the game, and we hit the hat goal, so we had the fisherman's hat and added the first fishing lure to it. I have something special for you guys tomorrow for the fishing stream, okay? So I hope you'll join me, chill. I hope we'll hit some goals, add some new lures to the hat, and I...
Well, it's not tomorrow, though. Tomorrow's Saturday. It's a fucking pizza shit tomorrow. You got something special on Sunday, you fucking moron. Drunken idiot. Can't remember what fucking day of the week it is.
Some special stuff, all right? That's tomorrow, so I hope you'll be here for that. Excuse me, not tomorrow, Sunday night, my bad. That's Sunday night. I hope you'll be here for that. Monday, we'll go back to Saints Row 1, and Monday night, I'm going to be playing Midnight Fight Express. All right, the indie game, it's a brawler beat 'em up. I played it the other day. It's getting even better. The more I play this game, the better it actually gets, and it was one person who made the whole freaking game. It's a pretty amazing accomplishment that this guy made essentially a bug-free, polished, fun brawler game that's really good. And it's on Game Pass. Like, it's one of my favorite games so far this year. I'm serious. I can't wait to play more. All right. Tuesday, more Destroy All Humans 2 and Multiverses. And I have an exciting announcement, because this is one of the game announcements, the news, but I'll just talk about it now because it ties into our schedule. On Tuesday, supposedly, we're getting a new character in Multiverses already. It's only been, what, 2 weeks since Morty released? Well, apparently it's going to be Gizmo from Gremlins. No, not Stripe. Stripe was the gremlin who had been previously announced. This is Gizmo the Mogwai. You know, the cute little character that became super huge in the 80s and 90s as a mascot, and everyone wanted a Gizmo shirt and a Gizmo animal and a Gizmo piece of merch and everything. So he's going to be a playable character. And I mean, I swear to God, the people making this game must be like the same as me, because they're putting shit in it that I love. I love Gremlins. I love the original movie, Gremlins 2, even though it's cheesy as hell, I still think it's a fun movie. This is right up my alley. I'm excited to see Gizmo in the game. Gizmo the Mogwai. How do you spell that? I don't fucking know. To Damon Baxter says, I had a Gizmo Chia pet. It's pretty awesome. All right, so I'm excited. And by the way, that's what I'm playing Multiverses Tuesday night. So the night I have it scheduled to play, there's a new character unlocked. Likely that's who I'm unlocking. And the thing is, yeah, it is a little, how can I say, it's a tough decision, and here's why. I just played with Velma for the first time a few days ago. I love the character build. I think Velma's my favorite character in the game so far. I'm serious. I love that character build, but I kind of want to play the new character. So I'm going to have to buy it, which means there goes all my in-game currency, and I'm not going to be able to afford Velma. So once Velma's limited time runs out to play as her, I'm not going to have her unlocked, which sucks. But it is what it is. I guess I'm going to have to save up more currency, right? So anyway, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for Gizmo in the game. I can't wait to play him on Tuesday. Should be fun, okay? Then on Wednesday, which is my final consecutive streaming day of the week, it's a 6-day...
I was just thinking it's a good thing that Phil's probably not going to be able to get his hands on Velma anymore, because Shinko will not lose his mind as much as usual. Anyone not aware, Shinko's been maining Velma a whole lot lately. That's his player. That's his character. He rocks the Velma. That's Shinko wasn't very happy when Phil had his greasy fucking paws all over her. So yeah, I'm sure he'll be delighted that Phil seems to be moving on from Velma.
Streaming week this week, so we're kind of back to normal now. It's going to be more, I believe, Saints Row, because I'm trying to think, alternating. Yeah, it's Destroy All Humans, Saints Row, Destroy All Humans, Saints Row. And then Wednesday night will be the final stream of Midnight Fight Express, because the game has 41 stages, and I've been beating about 10 a stream, so we should wrap it up on Wednesday night. Now, there is a new game this week, and you may be saying, hold on a second, why aren't you playing? Well, it's called Disney...
Money, money, oh, money, money.
yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Bart Wells, for Super Chat. It says, there's a desperation in Phil Burnell's eyes I can't quite put my finger on. Yeah, I think it's simply because he knows that his YouTube payment's going to be so bad. So he's really desperate for things to change fast. I don't think he wants to spend a lot of this month worrying about the members. He is seriously trying his best to get that steam rolling back up the way as soon as humanly fucking possible. He knows if it fucking stays this kind of low, his YouTube payment's going to be pretty bad again. And he really does need those extra members just to kind of pad up the fucking YouTube payment he gets. It's obviously fucking, the greed is massively strong naturally, but Phil's fully aware now. But he really was relying on those members, and even Super Chats. I don't know why Phil forgot to fucking hype up Super Chats, because those are included in your YouTube payments. They're a natural part of your fucking YouTube payments, you know, if all Super Chats go towards that for August. So I don't understand why he never hyped that up as well. But yeah, he's definitely worried about the members being the current tally they are, which is why he's trying to fucking incentivize them to fucking donate as soon as fucking humanly possible, to try and, he's got his fucking strange, you know, oh, if you hit it within the first half of the month, there's something special for you guys and all that shit. But yeah, his desperation is strong, but simply it's because the potential reality for him set in there. He knows he's going to get a bad YouTube, a worse than usual YouTube payment. $3,500 for a YouTube payment, it's still a solid payday. $3,500 for 1 month's work on YouTube, that's a full-time salary. Well, that's more than a full-time salary for a lot of people, $3,500. Not for Phil, of course, he fucking spends far more than he fucking should. So yeah, but yeah, Phil Burnell cannot live on a YouTube payment of $3,500 and tips of $5,000 a month. $8,500 a month is a bad fucking return for DSP. He needs around $10,000 a month apparently, which is why he's kind of desperate to try and get the members bumped back up.
Dreamlight Valley, what essentially it is Disney's version of Animal Crossing. It's a simulated village where you build things, you do interactions with townspeople, you can create and decorate, there's little mini games and things to do. It's supposed to be a relaxing Disney environment, okay? I'm excited for it, I'm interested in it. It's going to be great for a late night chill stream, and it actually comes out on Game Pass this week, early access. What that means is the game's not done. They're working on it, but since it has a playable build, they decided to release it early for those on Game Pass, and then the full game will be released at a later date. So I'm excited, but here's the thing. We're already into so much stuff. I need to start finishing games and projects before we can begin new ones, okay? So it would be really stupid for me to be like, yeah, let's start yet another new game playthrough when we're not close enough to being able to do that, all right? So here's my goal for the week. Finish Destroy All Humans 2, which I think we will do in 2 more streams. The game isn't that much longer. There's only 2 cities left in the game. And finish Midnight Fight Express. If we can get both of those games finished this week, then next week, we've got Splatoon 3. That could be a major focus, and alternate that with Saints Row. And then we can have Disney Dreamlight Valley on the night stream, alternating with Multiverses for a bit. So I think that's going to be a good variety of stuff, at least for now. Now, yes, there's a lot of other possibilities of things that we can do. Can we go back and finally do that final Madden stream that we're owed there in the game demo or game trial? Yeah, we could do that at some point. Could we do other things? Like, can we do Earthbound, which a lot of people have been asking me, will I do Earthbound this month? It's definitely a possibility, okay? So, it's all possible, but we got to get to that stuff, all right? And let's finish up the stuff this week before we move on to more new stuff. Now, in addition, there's a lot of game events going on in the next week. I think like there's one on the 8th, 9th, and 10th or something like that. Crazy. Am I reacting to those? No. No, I'm not. And then I reconsider it. Well, maybe I would consider it a no. No, I'm not reacting to any of those live, okay? You may say, why is Phil not reacting to any of those live? There's 2 main reasons. The first reason is because we're too behind on the shit I'm trying to do. I have all these games I want to play, and every time I take time out to do a marathon, to do a special event, essentially what happens is we get set back. And that's basically what happened in the month of August was I did multiple marathon events, 3 marathon events. On top of that, we were doing reacts to game events and things, and I just didn't get enough gameplay in. There was games I should have gotten further in or whatever, and we didn't get through them, all right? So, number one, I need to focus on the games. I got to get back to getting into that schedule of being able to finish games and not have them be going on for weeks and weeks, especially when they're shorter games. But in addition, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. The react stuff this year has kind of been a mixed bag. When I'm reacting to, say, a documentary, when I'm reacting to a video about me, stuff like that in general does well. For example, the Down the Rabbit Hole reacts, they did really well. The react to the John and Howard deal, that went really well. The react to This Is How You Don't Play Metal Gear Solid 2. Did it do as well as the others? No, but it's doing decently good. It's doing pretty good, okay? What didn't do so well? Anytime I reacted to a game event, Summer Game Fest, Gamescom, any of those other special digital events that happen. No one really cared. Ended up getting like 1,000 views on a video, you know, didn't really get traction. You're like, oh, this is an ample opportunity for people to discuss. No one leaves comments on the videos. It's like, so why do I take giant chunks out of my gameplay schedule to just do an arbitrary video that people don't really care that much about? You see? And here's the funny part about that. That's exactly what I told you guys would happen. I knew it. I absolutely knew no one was really going to care about me live reacting to that stuff. And people asked for it for years and years. Phil, you're the only person on the internet who's a content creator who doesn't do these live reacts. Why aren't you doing them? Because I knew they weren't going to be popular. My audience is not looking for that. They're not. My audience is an audience that's been with me for a long time. They're not looking for me to do the same bullshit everyone else does. They're not. They want me to do different stuff. That's why it's fun to see me react to things that are pertinent to me, right? It is. People just don't want to see me react to a game event that anyone can watch by themselves. It's not a big deal. I do a podcast literally every day. Literally. That I talk about game news.
Well, there's another one for the bingo, guys. He said literally, and he said it twice just to make sure I didn't fucking miss it. Literally. Fucking hurry.
Why do I need to live react to the game event when I could just talk about it on the podcast the next morning? That's the point of having a podcast every day. You see? So, yeah, I just, at this point, unless it's like a hugely giant event, I don't think I'm going to be doing the live reacts for gaming events. I just don't see the point. What's coming up? There's a Nintendo Direct, all right? There's supposed to be a Sony event, and there's supposed to be an Ubisoft Forward, all right? And, yeah, of course they're going to have game news in them, but I can just talk about them on my podcast every morning. I don't have to be taking time out from me playing games, which is what people want, to be doing these live reacts when there's just no positive reception for it. Like, people are like, meh. They don't hate it, but they don't love it, so why do it, right? Okay, so, all that being said, that's kind of the rough schedule for now. All right, I hope that sounds good. Now, there's one thing that's kind of getting forgotten in this mix. All right, originally, I had scheduled Ask the King. This is my bi-monthly Q&A show that I do every other month. All right, for September 8th. There's absolutely no way that's going down right now. It's just not going to happen. All right, I'm going to postpone Ask the King till later in the month. It could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, all right? I'm almost thinking maybe 2 weeks, because around the second half of September, it'll be a little bit slower. The only thing really going on is the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 beta, but outside of that, not that much. So I'm kind of thinking, let's do Ask the King around the third week of the month. I'm not sure exactly what the day would be, because again, it depends on my wife's work schedule and when my days off are and stuff, but I'm thinking that's what we'll do, is bump it a couple of weeks, and then we'll do it around then. So here's the thing. I need questions for Ask the King. What is Ask the King? It's a show and a stream where I dedicate time to just talking to you and answering questions. That's it. There's no gameplay. There's no reacting. It's just me answering your questions. This is my longest running show ever. Out of all the series I've done over the years, including things like channel updates, the weekend preview, the Hateful Truth game review series, DSP Tries It, this is the longest running thing I've done, is Ask the King. Okay? Longtime fans absolutely demand that I keep doing this show. So I want to keep it going, but I need questions. How can you ask questions? Type !Ask the King into the stream chat right now. A link will pop up. Click on there. It takes you to my forums at dspgaming.com. And there you can post up your questions. All right? Please do. The more questions I get, the better the show is. I need more questions to make this good. And now I'm warning you now. It's kind of 2 weeks ahead of time, maybe 3 weeks ahead of time. Now's the time to start posting up questions for that show. So what's the difference between getting a question answered on a stream or that show? On the show, I give in-depth, dedicated, thought-out answers. That's the point of the show. Here on the streams, I'm just giving you an on-the-fly kind of an answer as quickly as I can. But on that show, I'm actually dedicating a large portion of time to thinking and giving you an answer that I feel is worthy of a dedication.
A large portion of time dedicated to thinking, yeah. Because it takes a while for fucking Phil's thoughts to generate properly. I'm going to dedicate a lot of time just to get the thought functional, you know, and just get the thought created. And it's like, yeah, what do I think about that? Give me 34 seconds for a thought to formalise. Hang on. And then finally I just fucking click his head and he's like, here's what I think about that and that shit. Fuck off, Phil. Is it the thing? Why should people even fucking bother asking you a question, you know, giving you money to ask you questions now, when you just admitted that you don't put much fucking thought into it whatsoever? If people actually want to ask you a fucking genuine question on your fucking stream, they're not going to get a fucking good answer at you right now because you just admitted that you're not going to give them any fucking well thought out answers. So what's the fucking point of giving you money to ask you a question? There's none. There's fucking none whatsoever. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, whenever that's what I'm saying. I know people are different way how to do things, but if people are giving me money to ask me a question, I'm going to stop my stream and answer the fucking question. I feel it's the least I can do because the people are kind enough to give me money to ask me something. That's just my thought process, you know. And of course, we can always play in 1.25 speed or 1.5 speed and catch up. Flying Dutchman's asking me what's my favourite colour. It used to be blue, Now I'm thinking red. So I guess you can go in between and say purple. Barrett Wells is saying he's got like 5 stories from his 40-year-old life. There's nothing you can ask this person that you can't go out and experience yourself. That's a very good point. Phil's life hasn't been completely boring. Phil's got a boring life now. His life right now is boring as hell. His life in existence between 2010 to now has been very fucking boring. But to be fair, actually travelling to fucking tournaments as a Street Fighter player does sound mildly interesting. Even if it, say, I didn't get to fucking see many of the places he went to, but it's still an interesting experience, it sounds like. So you can argue the first half of Phil's life seemed mildly interesting, in my opinion. Second half of his life, fucking like watching paint dry.
Show. Here you might get an answer that's a minute long, if that. Here you'll get answers that are 20 plus minutes long. So there you go. Okay? So, please post up your questions. Thank you in advance to anyone who does. All right? And by the way, members, yes, you, members, people who become members this month, I'm going to make an exclusive thread where the members can post up their questions for Ask the King probably next week. I'm thinking I'll probably do it maybe early on next week. I'll post it up, and then you guys who are members of the channel can get priority to get your questions answered. In reality, most of Ask the King is member questions now, like 80%. And then we get a few random general questions, and then we get some questions from like Twitter followers, and that's about it. So please consider it. Thank you in advance to anyone who asks a question and makes the show better, all right? So there you go. That's the month of September so far. I really hope people will be motivated to become a member or gift memberships, because, like I said, the sooner we hit this goal, the better, because we're going to get an extra reward, a whole extra React weekend event if we hit this by the 16th of September, all right? So please, consider it, get to it. Thank you in advance for your support. Okay, now, folks, we got...
I am going 1.5 speed here. I feel like he's going to start boring the crap out of us, so I'm going 1.5 speed now.
Got a lot of gaming news to talk about. A ton. So let me get to it, because I have all kinds of shit in my phone about this, because there's so much to go on. Okay. So, going all the way back, I guess I'll start with this story. IHOP, the International House of Pancakes, which is a restaurant chain in the United States. I don't know if they're outside the U.S., but I know that they're here in the U.S. All right. Is doing a gamer rewards program, which to my knowledge, I don't think there's been a restaurant that's done gamer rewards before. Is there? So here's how it works. You join the rewards program, which is free. You buy food, you earn points. You'll be able to redeem the points for gamer items. For example, you could get 1 month free Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscriptions. You could get Forza Horizon 5 Premium add-on bundle. So I guess I don't think it's the free game, but I guess if you have the game, you get the free premium add-ons, like as it's like free DLC basically. And they're saying, remember the game Grounded, and it's finally coming out. You just get the game for free. Stuff like that. I guess that's their initial offerings. And what they're saying is this is successful. All right, then they're going to actually keep adding stuff to the program. This is kind of a trial thing. Gee, well, people like this program and use it for game-related things. If it works, maybe they'll be like, oh, IHOP is the place gamers can come eat and get free rewards when you eat here and stuff like that. So, for those who don't know, IHOP is okay. They're not great, they're not bad. Depends on what you're eating. If you're really into like breakfast, like sweet breakfast and shit, they'll do like double chocolate syrup and fucking whipped cream and candy pancakes and shit like that. You know, kids love it. Adults, I don't know. Like, there's stuff there that I would eat, like a breakfast sandwich or something, or an omelet. But I wouldn't go crazy for their pancakes. 'Cause I'm 40 years old and I don't have much of a sweet tooth anymore. You know what I mean? But it's not bad. It really, here's the honest truth. It depends on the one you go to. Here in Washington State, there's 2 IHOPs I know of. One of them is in a downtown area that is run down and is terrible. Every time I've gone there, the service is bad, the food is bad, everything's bad. There's another one that's in a much better area. This one is like exceptionally good. The wait staff is really on target, helping you out at all moments. The food is actually quite good quality. So it really depends. You know, it's a franchise, so your mileage may vary. Wherever you go, it's going to be different, right? So what I would say is, if you like pancakes or breakfast foods, it's something to think about. They do have other stuff too. They have burgers and stuff, but and you're a gamer, you want to think about getting some free gamer-related stuff. You might want to give it a shot. I don't know how many points you actually need to get these gamer items, but it's something interesting for sure. That the likes of which I haven't really seen. So, okay, continuing on. If you guys remember, during EVO last month, there was an announcement that I was very, very, very critical of. I really criticized it heavily. The company called Arcade 1-Up, which is a company that makes replica arcade cabinets. And what I mean by that is they are not full-sized arcade cabinets. These are not the actual accurate controls to what people used to use in arcade. They're replicas. These are downscaled game cabinets with limited controls and things like that. All right, a smaller screen for sure. And apparently these have online capabilities depending on the game where you can play with people over the internet. But apparently these cabinets are very limited, like you can't capture from them or do anything like that. Essentially what it is a collector's item. If you like arcade games, like you like old school fighting games, you like shooters, you like sports games, they sell replica cabinets of these. You can play those games on these cabinets, and it's something nice to maybe have in your game room or in your hobby room, your family room. It's not something you want in the middle of your house making bleeps and bloops and being noisy as shit, but it's a nice collectible to have. I've actually seen people on the internet putting up pictures, oh, here's my game room, and I have 3 of these cabinets or whatever, okay?
Wetwork is asking, was this hand graphs? I think that's up for debate. Do we think this was hand graphs? I'm going to go full screen so you guys can see the hands. Or kind of see the hands.
Moving on, if you guys remember, during EVO last
Is this hand grass?
month, there was an announcement that I was very, very, very critical of. I really criticized it heavily. The company called Arcade 1-Up, which is a company that makes replica arcade cabinets. And what I mean by that is they are not full-sized arcade cabinets. These are not the actual accurate controls to what people used to use in arcade. They're replicas. These are downscaled game cabinets with limited controls and things like that. All right, a smaller screen for sure. And apparently these have online capabilities depending on the game where you can play with people over the internet. But apparently these cabinets are very limited, like you can't capture from them or do anything like that. Essentially what it is a collector's item. If you like arcade games, like you like old school fighting games, you like shooters, you like sports games, they sell replica cabinets of these. You can play those games on these cabinets, and it's something nice to maybe have in your game room or in your hobby room, your family room. It's not something you want in the middle of your house making bleeps and bloops and being noisy as shit. But it's a nice collectible to have. I've actually seen people on the internet putting up pictures. Oh, here's my game room, and I have 3 of these cabinets or whatever.
So,
okay,
no hand grass.
So,
no.
Why was I critical of Arcade 1-Up during EVO? Well, they made an announcement that I thought was incredibly mean-spirited. All right, last year there was a big online movement spearheaded by Maximilian Dude to try to get Marvel vs. Capcom 2 back for sale in some capacity. For those who don't know, the game was at once for sale online digitally. And then as of like 8 or 9 years ago, it was removed from all the digital marketplaces, and the game is no longer sold anywhere because I guess the rights to the characters were lost. So this game is in limbo. You literally cannot buy and play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 at all. And we've got a situation where there's an entire generation of people who play games like Marvel 3, but never played the original Marvel 2 that kind of put those games on the map. And there's no way to play it. So Maximilian tried to spearhead this movement called the hashtag FreeMVC2 movement on social media. Tens of thousands of people, maybe even more, because I don't know what the final count was, tweeted about it, supported it, said we would buy MVC2 if it was again available on a modern console. Make it happen, Capcom. And even the company Digital Eclipse, who does these ports and things, came out and said we would be willing to do it. We hope Capcom will let us. I hope they contact us and see now there's demand for it. Because people want to play it again, and there's no way to really play it. So, what happened? Literally nothing. No update from Capcom or Digital Eclipse, nothing. It's like dead, like it never happened. Okay? All of a sudden in EVO, Arcade 1-Up says we have a huge announcement. Listen to this, okay? We are going to free MVC2. What does that mean? It means that they are going to sell MVC2 again. Okay? Wait, what? Yeah. Hashtag free MVC2. We're actually going to be selling Marvel 2 in an Arcade 1-Up cabinet. So you'll be able to buy the game again. So it's kind of like, now wait a minute. We know how Arcade 1-Up cabinets work. They're not cheap. They're expensive. You have to buy a cabinet that you build in your home to play this thing. This isn't, I can just digitally download the game on my console and play against people from all over the world. You have to spend a ton of money, build a cabinet, and by the way, then you can...
Money.
Thank you. Oh, hang on.
Money. Oh, money. Money.
Oh, there we go. Back-to-back super chats. First of all, Black Mage, thank you very much for super chat. It says Fightcade has plenty of people playing it online. Exactly. He's just too scared to go on Fightcade because there's a lot of former pros on there and current pros, I think, as well. It's where most of the kind of serious fighting game players, for these games go to Fightcade. But he knows he'll just get to see his arse handed to him, and he doesn't want to fucking have his ego take that kind of hit. So there we go. Klaus Mystery, thank you very much for super chat. It says, here we go, King of Hate. Very good stuff indeed. Thank you very much for the super chat, Klaus Mystery. Yeah, it's just Phil going on full on retro rat mode. It doesn't appeal to him, so he's all cranky shit. But yeah, it's just typical Phil being Phil, I guess.
You can only play with people on the internet who also own that cabinet. It's not like it's cross-platform with other versions of the game. You can only play with people who own it. So I was very critical. I was like, there's no way this is going to be cheap. This is not in the spirit of the free MVC2 movement. In fact, this is the opposite. The whole point of the movement was the people want to be able to play the game again. Make a version of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 available for the masses that we can download and play on our modern consoles, and now we can get competition back for the game. Selling it in a cabinet that's going to cost ridiculous amounts of money that only a very exclusive group of people can play against is not what hashtag free MVC2 means. It's literally the opposite. It's like, oh, well, if you're rich and you're an exclusive person who can get the cabinet, you now can play MVC2. All those other peons below you who can't afford hundreds and hundreds of dollars, screw them. Only it's for an elite class of gamers, right? That's ridiculous. So a month ago I said, I guarantee you this is going to be a ripoff. Well, as of last night, it was finally announced. Here it is. The Arcade 1-Up Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Home Arcade is now up for pre-order at Target for $599 US. If you want to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2, you have to spend more than the cost of a modern gaming console. Yes, this is not a joke. $599 US, and there's no giant enemy crabs to speak of anywhere near us. It's bullshit. What comes in the cabinet? Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, the original Marvel Superheroes, X-Men Children of the Atom, So those are all the Versus games from the 90s. Those are the games I grew up with playing. I love those games. If I had this cabinet, I would be able to do all kinds of fun stuff with it. I'd be able to show you guys crazy combos, all kinds of lore about the games. These are the games I grew up playing and was really good at in arcades. This is like the cabinet for me. Okay, it really is. Also, X-Men Mutant Apocalypse and Marvel Superheroes and War of the Gems. Those are home ports of those games that are bastardized and not very good at all. If you have the real full arcade games, I have no clue why anyone would want to have those shitty console ports. They're essentially just wasted space. There's no reason to have them in there. Okay, so
is this motherfucker really having a go at some sort of kind of console port when he fucking had his one big claim to fame in some Neo Geo conversion of Street Fighter 2? Super Turbo Street Fighter 2 was his one big claim to fame in like the fucking fighting game community. And he's fucking having a go at other fucking fighting game ports for apparently shittier quality. What the fuck? The hypocrisy is so strong today, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games spanning essentially the entirety of the Versus series of Marvel games. It's pretty awesome. But not for $600. That's insanely overpriced to play that. And by the way, again, no capture capability at all. You can't capture from this cabinet. So, I want to buy the cabinet, and then I can actually stream it and show off it to everyone how these games are played. Nope. No, you can't. You can't capture from it. It's not possible. What? $600 and I can't capture from this fucking thing? I can do that with any other console. Nope, not this one. Not possible. What the fuck? Seriously, like, no, really. What the fuck? And then on top of that, the only people you can play with are people online who own this $600 cabinet. So here's what's going to happen. People who are collectors are going to buy it. They're no good at the game. They suck. They're going to fuck around with it for a week and never play it again. It's going to sit in their game room unplayed. You'll never get any competition from them. You're going to have some pro players who likely will buy. I guarantee you Justin Wong's going to get it. I guarantee you, like, people who used to have Marvel back in the day, they're going to buy this cabinet and have it in their game rooms in their houses. Okay? So what do I do now? Do I go on fucking Twitter and start tweeting a group of 20, 30 people who own this cabinet and say, hi, I'd like to play with you now. Can we get together and play online? Like, this is literally the worst fucking way to sell Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It's insanely short-sighted. It's a cash grab because it's a way for them to say, oh, look, we freed MVC2, when it's not what Maximilian was talking about. It's a complete farce. And it's pathetic, and honestly, it's actually disgusting because it pisses me off that they actually took this well-meaning movement from a year ago and twisted it into something it's not to try to basically make money out of people. All right? It's bullshit. Now, it's funny because some people are like, Phil, would you get it? Well, I don't have $600 to spend on a cabinet. Someone said, Phil, would you accept it as a donation? Since I can't capture from it, no, I don't want it. If you could capture from this thing and you could actually broadcast it, I would be like, yeah, you know what? That's kind of interesting. Let's get a little cabinet in my office. I'll set it up over there. I'll hook it up to the internet. We'll capture from it. I'll have Marvel nights or Versus night. That's what we actually call it, Versus night. Every night we'll pick a different Versus game and I'll play it for a couple of hours. I'll show you combos. I'll show you the characters and how they play and how I like them in those games. We could go online and play it against people. That'd be really neat. You can't do it. Like, literally, you can't do it. It's impossible. You can't capture from it. So what's the fucking point? What do I need this for? I don't at all. It's a gift, or it's a gift. It's a collectible for rich people, right? Eccentric rich people who just want to have a collection of arcade cabinets who are never going to play it. It's a joke. So that's the thing. I appreciate people who actually said, oh, we'd be interested in maybe donating this to you, because a few people actually did say that. Like, what's the point? For me to fucking play it by myself? You can't even watch me play it. I can't capture it. You know? Stupid. So, yeah, I guess that's, you know, how dumb is that, right? So, Call of Duty says you can't capture from it, but it takes a little setup. So what, you have to have a whole separate capture device to fucking do it and shit? See what I mean? Like, what is a joke? Why can't it work like a normal console? Whatever. Anyway, it's a ripoff. I really feel like that's really mean-spirited and a real way to capitalize on people who have nostalgic feelings about the Versus series of games and say, ha, fuck you, $600 and you can't even play with anyone. Whatever. Okay, let's continue. So, the next piece of news, Microsoft, as you guys know, is in the process of buying out Activision Blizzard. It's been in the works for months now. It's a long, ongoing process. It's not going to be a fast one. Well, in the UK, there is a governing body, a regulator, that now, after reviewing the deal, which, by the way, has been in the works for months, so what took them so long to review the deal, I have no fucking clue, is claiming, all right, they now feel that this could be a deal that stifles competition, all right? They're saying things like, well, if Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard, that could put Call of Duty under their umbrella exclusively. And if they do that, they've cornered the market for first-person shooter games. Yeah. And, you know, other things like that. Essentially what they're saying is they feel that if this merger goes through and they buy Activision Blizzard, it's a monopoly. And now they have to more thoroughly investigate it to make sure that's not the case, or else they're not going to approve it and it's not going to go through in the UK. Okay? Some people have read their arguments and saying this is ludicrous. If you read it, essentially the way they're acting is like Call of Duty is the only first-person shooter. You know, because Apex Legends and Battlefield and Overwatch, and I could just go on and probably name about 17, 18 different first-person shooter franchises, apparently don't exist in the eyes of this UK regulatory body. They're not aware of them. Sure. So people who are kind of like reviewing the situation are like, essentially what's going on is this body either sounds like, number one, they have no clue what the fuck they're talking about because they're not educated on games in the games industry, or number two, they're basically kind of getting paid off by Sony. Like, it sounds like they're 100%, you know, in Sony's pocket. You know, Sony told them, hey, we don't want this to go through, so find a million reasons why this shouldn't go through and delay it as much as you can, right? Now, what's funny is Microsoft has come out and confirmed that if this merger does go through and they buy out Activision Blizzard, they're going to make Overwatch, Diablo, and Call of Duty all available on Xbox Game Pass. They will not charge outright. They will actually be able to have it under Game Pass subscription, right? So immediately, like, oh my God, well that's even worse for us because Sony is basically saying we won't do that with our PlayStation Plus Premium. We're not putting new premium games on that for free. You still got to buy them. You'll stifle our creative development process if we put them on our service. So I don't know. This is interesting to me. I'm like really interested in how this is going to go. It's obviously some interesting news. I'll be honest with you. I do hope it goes through, but we'll find out. Okay. Continuing on, 343 Industries. Anyone remember them? No. Let me refresh your memory because I don't blame you if you don't remember. They're people who made Halo Infinite and Halo 5 and Halo 4. All right, they're the ones who've taken up the reins of Halo since Bungie sold it off to Microsoft. All right, Halo Infinite had one of the best launches ever in first-person shooter history. It had a great campaign that was interesting in open world for the first time in Halo. It also had a great multiplayer. It was very limited, but it was a great start, and everyone was excited because they had this roadmap for development. Oh, it's going to be a seasonal-based live service game. All this content will be coming out in these seasons, and even then when they announced the seasons, people were like, man, those seasons are going to be kind of slow, but hey, at least we're going to be getting new maps, new game modes, new gameplay, new outfit pieces for our characters in the game. We're going to eventually get cooperative play, the couch co-op that Halo was always famous for. We're going to get online co-op. We're going to get Forge mode. It's all coming. It's taking them a while, and let's be honest, the game's free. If you have Game Pass, you don't have to pay $1 for this game or any of its content, so maybe we shouldn't complain. We should be patient, all right? Well, all that's happened in the last year is, sadly, I hate to say it, delay after delay, broken promise after broken promise, and then when the content comes out, it's underwhelming. And this has happened over and over to the point where the player base for Halo Infinite, which was sky high, has gone like, here's the graph of Halo Infinite player base.
Well, guys, if ever you wanted an example of hand graphs, you just got it right there. That is literally the perfect definition for your hand graphs. He even fucking pointed out to you guys, it was a graph. Let me full screen that for you. For anyone that ever asks, what are hand graphs? Anyone that ever fucking asks, what the fuck is a hand graph on the bingo card?
Sky high has gone like, here's the graph of Halo Infinite player base.
Hand graph, everybody. There we go. So that's another bingo. That's another tick on the board. That's another bingo hornets. That's a fucking whole row down as well. We are 3 away from a full house. This could be it. This might be a full house kind of day.
Okay? The game's almost completely forgotten at this point. You're talking the game that was the #1 most played multiplayer game, first-person shooter, I should say, at one point, has fallen completely off, and almost no one plays it or talks about it anymore. Only people who are kind of hardcore Halo players care anymore, and even then, those people are giving up. It was just announced yesterday. 343 Industries have delayed the start of the next season until March 2023. March 2023. More than 6 more months to wait for new seasonal content in Halo Infinite when people now are complaining there's no content in the game. They have also completely canceled couch co-op. Completely canceled. Not, oh, it's coming later. It's just, we're not doing it anymore. We decided it's not worth it. This has been a key feature of Halo forever, that you could sit down with your friend and play through the campaign locally, split screen.
It's a good fucking job you don't have any fucking friends in, Phil. You don't be fucking pretend that you're annoyed by this news. You have zero empathy for other fucking people, so you're not fucking going to feel sorry for other people. In the past, this would have been a fucking issue for you because you actually had people that you interacted with, other than fucking whoever you're pretending to shag. You know, you actually fucking had Howard, you actually had fucking Rambo, you actually had other people, maybe a work colleague. Sometimes you actually fucking played with work colleagues randomly enough. It was kind of strange. Now, even Kat doesn't want anything to do with his fucking content, and that's his fucking wife.
Cancelled. The only way you can do co-op now is online. That's it. So you have to have a friend who also owns a console and you play over the internet together. You can't share a console and play it together anymore. All right? So, pretty bad. All right? It's a situation where, holy shit, if you want to talk about disappointment and you want to talk about, a studio that let you down, I can't think of like a better example. I hate to say it, and again, I'm not trying to hate on the game developers because usually when you have situations like this, it's the management, all right? 343 Industries has failed miserably with Halo. Ever since they took the reins with Halo 4, this franchise has been a downward trend. The only reason that anyone even cares about Halo anymore is nostalgia, because at one point it was one of the biggest console franchises of all time. It made Xbox a viable console in the console wars, right? And every time that we learn more about a new Halo game, we get excited, and then it comes out and you're disappointed. It's 3 games in a row now. They've tried everything. They've tried it selling it outright as a game that you buy. If the game's as a service game, it's free, it's not, it's on a subscription service, it's not, focus on this, focus on that, roadmaps. They don't know what they're doing, okay? Microsoft owns 343 Industries. At what point do you sit here and say, okay, maybe it's time to do something? You know, this is literally the case of that meme with the dog. The anthropomorphic dog is sitting in a house at a table, and his whole house is on fire around him, and he just sits there and goes, this is fine. Like, how do you not understand that this company is not doing a good job and they're tanking your flagship franchise? I'm at a loss that Microsoft is not saying, all right, enough is enough. It's time to interject. We're going to come in because we own you. If you need more manpower, we're going to get more manpower. If we need another studio to work on this along with you, we're going to do that because this is a franchise that shouldn't fail. It's the one that everyone wants. It's the one that was the biggest fucking multiplayer game of last year, and you tanked it because you can't handle anything. You can't handle a fucking seasonal expansion. You can't handle maps. You can't handle skins. You can't handle modes. You can't handle any of your promises. You can't live up to any of them. You have failed as a game development studio. It's time to accept defeat and ask for help. What is going on over there? Why are they letting this game die? I'm at a loss. Why would you let the fucking game die? You know, and that's the thing, like, I hate to say it, everyone's kind of collectively agreeing. This is not just me saying it at this point. Everyone's like, I guess that's it for Halo. You know, and again, what'll happen in another 3 or 4 years, they'll announce Halo fucking 7, and oh, it's a new chance for the franchise. We'll change this and change that, and this time we'll live up to our promises, and it's going to be the same deal. You can't. You have to have a complete change in attitude, a complete change in leadership, and a complete change in strategy to have this work. This games as a service is not working. How can you have other games that are games as a service launch 2 to 3 seasons of content, multiple DLC expansions in the time that it takes Halo to put out one fucking map? Doesn't make any sense at all from any perspective, from a gamer's perspective, from a developer's perspective, from a company's perspective. None of this makes sense. So why they're allowing it to happen, I'm at a loss. That's why I tell you guys, I'm actually sad. Here's why I'm sad. Last year, I played Halo Infinite a lot, and even early this year, right? For about 3-4 months, I loved Halo Infinite. And I told you guys how hopeful I was. I was like, all right, you know what? There's not much going on in the game right now. I'm going to retire it for now. We're going to bring it back later in the year when there's new content. It just never happened. It just never happened. There hasn't been any significant new content to ever want to go back to the game.
Yeah, money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, money, money.
Thank you very much, Carlos Misty, for the super chat. It says, they have a feminist as CEO. LMAO. Do you mean 343 Studios? I mean, I don't understand how... I mean, not to try and sound like ignorant or anything, but I don't see the correlation. Unless that CEO is never in the fucking office and they're busy, like, you know, doing protests or something. I don't understand how that's a factor, you know. I mean, I assume people... I assume they fucking got there in some sort of merit in some capacity. There had to be some merit for being in that kind of role. I just don't... I don't know. This is the thing. Even though Phil's a piece of shit, it's kind of hard to not agree with him based on this story. 343 Studios absolutely dropped the ball. Halo was a golden goose. I mean, how big... The franchise has been so fucking massive. And obviously they fucking had the great revival and then they fucking just ran it into the ground. So it's one of those things. It's actually hard to disagree with Phil on this point, even though it's not really pertinent to him. It's bizarre to see Phil try and act like some sort of reputable news source when he doesn't really do his fucking research into most of the shit he reads. He basically just scans Twitter, you know, and it's like, oh, people are talking about this. I think I'll talk about it as well and pretend I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's hard to disagree with Phil on this particular point.
So, I'm sad. I almost feel like those 4 months, they were great when they happened. We had fun, right? We all had fun with Halo multiplayer. I feel like I wasted my time.
Clyde Dale says it is, but the real thing is the hypocrisy here. Like he is right, Phil has been right about it, but it's fucking funny to hear him complain about laziness, precisely. He's bitching and whining and moaning about a game developer dropping the ball with Halo, but how many times has Phil tried to promise things to his viewers and fans, only to fall through with said promises? It's just... There's so many times in the past, most notably Project 7. That is the one big, obvious one. But there's been a few instances over the years.
Money, yeah, money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, money, money.
Thank you very much, Barrett Wells, for Super Chat. It says, Phil does have a point, but it's not his opinion, it's the opinions he reads on the Bird app. That's also a very good point in my opinion. Phil's opinions are earlier zone. He basically just parrots the opinions that he sees more intelligent people make on Twitter. The Bird app. But yeah. It's just, it's funny, it's like he tries to save his fans a trip to Twitter by fucking just, you know, reading off what he fucking read in it the other day. It's bizarre. We're actually not doing too bad for like being behind Phil. We're like 7 minutes behind live Phil. We're not too far behind at all. Even though I've paused a few times to rant.
I feel like I should have just played something else because it went nowhere. You're like, why did I invest that time into a game? I was hoping it was going to be good. We're going to have long-term, investment in it. It was a complete waste. And by the way, the game you can play is good. I like Halo Infinite gameplay, but I'm not going to do the same thing a million times. I'd be bored. Fuck, man. You're the only FPS that can't do something. Why? Like, it's just crazy. So for me, that's insane disappointment. Okay. Next news story. It was leaked. Information about the new Assassin's Creed game. It's going to be called Assassin's Creed Mirage. It's going to take place in Baghdad. And according to reports, it is a throwback. After 3 games where Assassin's Creed copied The Witcher, it is now going to go back to its assassination roots and play more like an old school Assassin's Creed game. I guess what they realized is after everyone on the planet complained to them and said, enough with the Witcher copy bullshit, go back to your roots. And then Ghost of Tsushima came out and literally out Assassin's Creed. I think they realized maybe we should actually go back to what people want. Okay? So it's called Assassin's Creed Mirage, and the thing is, it leaked on the internet early, so then Ubisoft was kind of forced to say, all right, the cat's out of the bag. We're doing a digital event on the 10th of September, and during that event, we'll give you kind of like a blowout expose about the game and the first official news about it. So, 10th of September, we're supposed to learn more. It's a week from today, for those who don't know, right? No, it's a week from tomorrow. Wait. It's a week from tomorrow. I got a little confused there with the dates. So Saturday, a week from the marathon. Got it. So there you go. Hopefully it's good. I really hope so, because I'll be honest, the formula has died. That whole open world, million side quests, combat like the Witcher formula, it's dead. You can't do another game like that. You gotta do something different. So I hope it does go back to classic Assassin's Creed. I enjoyed that. Okay. The last news story for today, of course, is the one that's the hottest on social media. Everyone is talking about The Last of Us Part 1. Or as I like to call it, The Last of Us remastered. No, wait a minute, let's try that again. Even I'm confused. The Last of Us re-released. Because it's not re-released, it's re-released. It's what it should really be called. Anyway, so what's going on with this game? Good things and bad things. The good things. People who never were able to experience this game before can. The accessibility features for the most part are fully functional. People have found a few bugs with them, but nothing game breaking. People are having a great time with this game. Whether you're blind, you're hearing impaired, or otherwise other things that make this game hard to play or inaccessible previously, now you can actually play the game. And people are absolutely loving that because they waited 9 years for it, and I'm happy for them, okay? It's got best-in-class accessibility features, and that's a great thing, okay? As for everybody else, it's kind of a mixed bag. All right, but it's funny because if you only look at one circle, everyone's kissing the game's ass. On the other side, people are being real about it, and those people seem to be kind of suppressed. So let's talk. Some people are just happy to play the game again, and I hear that. I feel that the Last of Us Part 1 is an insanely good story, and to re-experience that in a modern console, especially if you haven't played the game in like 9 years, it's probably a really awesome, refreshing, and still emotionally jarring experience. Last night, Kat and I watched someone playing the game, okay? And we watched it for several hours because I wanted to see firsthand what it looked like, what it played like, and I wanted to see how that person reacted to it. And here's basically how I can relay it, okay?
Wait, what the absolute fuck? He fucking wasted several hours of his fucking day off sitting quietly with his wife watching another YouTuber play a video game. Am I understanding this fucker right? Like, man that has no free time or spare time to do anything in life wasted several hours watching a random YouTuber play a game that he won't play himself unless it's gifted to him. I said I wasn't going to pause and rant, but he's making me pause and rant. Jesus Christ, man. Phil has no spare time to do anything, apparently, guys. He has no free time, he says. He's a master of his own schedule. He creates his own fucking schedule. But he has no free time at all.
Story is still fucking amazing. Like, watching this game, even, I haven't seen it in 8 years. I think I played the remake on PS4. That was, 2014? So it's been 8 years since I've seen the plot of this game. And I'm watching it. I'm like, I kind of remember it, but not 100%. And as things are happening, even me, like, there's visceral moments in the game that are crazy and jarring. And, the plot is still fucking outstanding. It's probably one of the best video game plots ever written. Because what it really feels like is at that time, you got to remember, 8-9 years ago, The Walking Dead was huge. It was still giant. It was a big dynamo force. And essentially what they tried to do was take the really good writing from the earlier seasons of The Walking Dead and interject that into a video game. Every character had great character development. You come to love these characters, and all of a sudden, at any moment, something wrong can happen, and all of a sudden someone dies, and you're shocked, right? And that's really good. I really feel that the game is great in that regard. Actually, watching someone else play it, I kind of enjoyed it just as much as kind of if I was playing it for myself, okay? So in that regard, re-experiencing this really great classic is outstanding, okay? And then there's everything else, all right? The reason why they claim they're reselling it for $70, the improved graphics, the changed environmental models, the supposedly improved AI, as well as other things, all right? So allow me to go into detail about each of these things. First of all, the graphics, okay? Are they better than the original PS3 graphics? Yes. Are they better than the original PS4 graphics? Yes. But how much so? And does it really live up to all the hype these people have given it? Well, here's what I can tell you. Already, I think we watch it for 3-4 hours, okay? Just kind of relaxing and watching it in the living room.
What? What? 3 to 4 hours. 4 hours, right. For context. But at 1.5 speed, yes. For full context, 4 hours. Let's just say that Phil sleeps 8 hours a day. He spent an entire quarter of his day sitting in his arse watching someone else play a video game. This man is apparently super busy in life to do anything else. He barely gets time to hang out with his wife, apparently. And he just sat there watching another YouTuber play video games. Jesus fucking Christ. 4 fucking hours. No offence to it, I mean, I'm amazed that people can put up with me for fucking any length of fucking time. I struggle to fucking put up with anyone for that long. You know, a couple of hours max is me, usually, you know. Any longer than that, I'm like, you know, my arse is falling asleep. I need to fucking go for a wee walk or something just to, you know, get the fucking feeling back in my arse. Sitting there for that long, Jesus Christ, man. Slurms is saying that watching someone else play video games is a great activity to do while you're playing a brain-dead, easy gacha game. It's an excellent point, Slurms19. It's a very pertinent point. I think you've hit the nail on the fucking head. I don't think he was actually paying a huge amount of attention to this fucking YouTuber that he was watching play the fucking remade Last of Us. I think he was too busy focusing on his phone instead.
Ellie's character model is different. They took her character model from the flashback segments of The Last of Us 2 and used that as her character model in The Last of Us Part 1. So all that means is her face looks slightly different. It's not as kitty looking, like she looks like a very small girl in the original Last of Us 1. In this one, her face is a little bit developed different to look a little bit more like an adolescent. Is it any better or worse? No, it's just different, okay? Marlene, the head of the Fireflies, has a completely different face, okay? God, who's the woman early on in the game who Joel is with? I can't remember her name. I forgot it. You know, but her, she's a big part of the story in the first 3 or 4 hours. Okay, her face is Tess, thank you. Her face is completely different. Looks nothing like her either. It's like, well, here's what they did. They said, well, we want to re-release the game and act like it's a new game. What should we do? Why don't we just completely put new faces on characters? Oh, okay. Why? Is there something wrong with the faces from the original games? No, but let's just put a new face on there. Is the face like better developed or no? It's just a completely different face just for the sake of changing the person's face. That's literally what it is, because it's the same character, the same voice acting, the same plot. Nothing's changed except your face. It's not even like a facelift, like, oh, it didn't look as good, put more detail. It's literally a different person's face on there. They changed the character's looks entirely for seemingly no good reason. They were fine in the original game. So it's kind of like, here's our excuse for $85. You know, a new face. Why? It doesn't make any sense. And it's weird if you play the original, it's like, what the fuck? Why'd they do that? Does it look any better? No, it's just a different person, but it's the same person. Like, what the fuck? And apparently, I guess this also has happened with, the brothers coming up. There's the brothers who you run into, and there's several segments of the story that you're with these brothers surviving with them. So apparently that's coming up too, and they look completely redesigned and different, supposedly. Okay? Now, what else is different? Well, in some of the environments, as I saw, like for example, the museum. The museum now looks more like a real museum, meaning there's more exhibits in it. There's more paintings in the rooms. There's more statues on the walls. Things like that. Okay, but this game is post-apocalyptic. You're supposed to be in a decrepit museum that's decayed over time. It would actually make sense if a lot of the museum was empty. Why does it need more exhibits? Does it add anything to the game whatsoever to have more background shit? No. If you've never played the first game and you play this version, does this add to the game in any way? No. But what if you played the original and you play this version? No. It literally is nothing. It's a big nothing burger. It doesn't matter. It doesn't add to your experience or detract. It doesn't matter. It's a waste of fucking time. What's hilarious to me is during the development of, well, I guess when it was leaked months ago that this was coming out, the developers came out on social media and said, I shit you not, this game is a big success story because we didn't have to grind and we didn't have to crunch to make the game. You didn't have to crunch to make the game that was already fucking made? No shit, Sherlock. And it shows, because when you look at it, it's the same game. The things they improved and changed don't make the game better in any way, shape, or form. They're just there for an excuse for you to buy the game again. The gameplay elements are identical. I'm going to repeat that. The gameplay is exactly the same as the original. Nothing has changed at all. All right. I think later in the game on the weapons bench there'll be differences. That's what I've heard, is that the weapons bench has more complex upgrades and things. Like it's like the weapons bench from Last of Us 2 instead of 1. But even the first like 4 or 5 hours, that's not apparent. I haven't really seen that at all. The AI is still laughably bad. The person we watch playing repeatedly, your AI companions walk right in front of you when you're trying to fight enemies, get in your way, push you into shit, stop your progress. It's the same shit AI from the original game. They didn't improve it at all. It's exactly the same. Zero effort. It's a joke that they lied about this and said everything's new and different. It's identical. I couldn't believe, because the guy playing even said, you know, I swear that they said the AI is different. Why is Ellie keep blocking me? I thought, they would have improved this from Last of Us 2. It's the same shit. Okay? So, yeah, it's essentially from everything I've seen, this is not a remake. This is a second remaster where they just did a few facelift deals, superimposed a new face on a few characters, a little bit of lighting and detail added. It's the same fucking deal. They didn't bother, and they lied. They lied about the AI, and they lied about gameplay elements. It's literally the same fucking game, okay? Now, the kicker to all of this is that Digital Foundry finally got their hands on the game. Uh-oh. Because we know Digital Foundry does not pull punches, okay? They are the authority on the internet when it comes to graphical fidelity and resolution, and they will tell you when things are improved or not. So here's what they did. They ran tests on the game. So if you're playing it at 1440p, all right, there's significant improvements from playing it at lower resolutions, okay? Most people likely, would you play it at 1440p? Maybe, maybe not. I would play it at 1080, but maybe if I had the ability to broadcast and capture at a high resolution, I would play it like 1440p, okay? And then there's the...
Phil's fallen into the trap that he always falls into. He is acting like every single fucking gamer in the world is also a streamer. He forgets to put himself in the fucking situation of a guy who just wants to fucking play. Well, the guy or girl. Anybody that wants to fucking play a video game, they're playing it for their own personal enjoyment. They don't have to fucking worry about streaming that shit to an audience. They're just fucking playing it for their own enjoyment. And that's it. So Phil naturally goes into fucking streamer mode and says, oh, if it was me, I'd be thinking about streaming it and I'd do it 1080p. Most people are going to fucking play it to the highest possible quality so they can enjoy it to its fucking fullest. Because that is all they're doing it for. It's for their own personal enjoyment. Phil keeps forgetting that very point, and he's fucking using it as a fucking reason as to shit all over the fucking game.
4K, which they touted, oh, finally you can play The Last of Us 1 in full 4K. This is why, for graphic fidelity addicts, this is going to be what you want. They did a side-by-side comparison of 1440p and 4K. It's literally the same. Meaning, there is no 4K mode in the game. They lied. They literally lied. They didn't bother making the game 4K. When you play it at 4K, you're playing it at 1440p. There is zero difference between the two modes at all. It's shown right there. The video, they do side by side. They said no difference. They're full of it. Like, oh my God. So, to me, you already knew how critical I was of it. We just needed, kind of the concrete evidence, right? There's your evidence. And I even said this on Twitter last night. I said, after watching someone else play this is literally the same game. I already own the game on PS4, the remaster. There would be no reason for me to spend $1 to play this new version. It's the same game. There's nothing different. There's nothing added. You're playing the identical game. There's no reason just because you change someone's face, right? I already played it at 1080p 60 frames on PS4. I can play it on my PS5 right now, 60 frames. I don't need to buy this game at all for $70. It's literally identical. You would not know the difference. So it's literally 100% ripoff. The only justification for rebuying this game is, number one, if you've never played it before, okay, you want the best version with new faces, great, I guess. You could easily buy the PS4 version for way cheaper and get exactly the same gameplay and story experience. It's not going to change or be any better because you spent, another $50 on it. Or if you need the accessibility features, yes, this is your definitive version. You absolutely will get your money's worth out of it if that's the case. But outside of those two very narrow cases, the vast majority of people out there will not get any value out of the $70 version. This is, by textbook definition, a cash grab. They overpromised, underdelivered, outright lied about what was in the game to get people to justify a $70 price tag, and now that the game is out, it's been revealed they lied all along. So, it is what it is, all right? I'm glad I'm not playing it. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm glad. I'm really glad. I'd much rather just watch someone else play it and re-experience the story again rather than have to pay money and fucking play this game again. It's stupid that they even did this. It's such a ridiculous disrespect to people on the planet. It really is. It's disrespectful to be reselling this and lying. And again, they'll get away with it. Why? Because they're Naughty Dog. Because they got this cult that follows them around now because of what they pulled with The Last of Us 2. This feel good, we're doing the best, we're making progress in gaming cult that will believe everything Druckmann says. They won't care. I don't care. Why tell me what to buy? I still want to spend $70 on the same game. So you're an idiot. Okay, thanks for publicly admitting it. And again, I said this 2 days ago, I'll say it again. This is the beginning of the slippery slope. If this game does well, which it's going to sell well, every game company on the planet will say, oh, we can just resell our old games again on a modern console for $70. And every game's going to do it. And then everyone's going to complain, damn, why are there so many remakes and remasters and redo? Because you fucking bought The Last of Us 1 because you're stupid. There's no other explanation. You justified the case study. You're the one who proved the evidence that idiots will buy stuff because they're told something about it rather than actually using their brains to figure it out for themselves. And then they fucking, everyone else is going to follow suit. You're literally giving the actual evidence that these companies can milk the customer base. And we're going to have way more remakes and remasters that suck and don't live up to any kind of promises rather than new gameplay experiences. Oh, well. All right. So, guys, that is pretty much all of the game news. That took forever to get through, right? It really did. I told you. There's an insane amount of game news going on. So, I hope that, apologies if it took a long time to get through it all, because I did. All right. So, thank you for being patient. Now, what we'll do is shout-outs for your contributions so far today. Okay? Let's get the shout-outs.
And as usual, I'm going to slow things down to 1.25 speed because when he does his shoutouts, he reads them strangely faster than usual.
So, first shout out for today is John, who re-upped his membership for 9 months. Thank you so much, John. He says, today and tomorrow are going to be good. Saints and then Turtles. That's right. First the Saints row today, and then tomorrow, the Ninja Turtles pizza party event. I'm very excited to be playing Turtles and eating pizza with all of you. It's going to be a very exciting marathon tomorrow. DJ visualized in a super chat. He says, can one of the tiers be you wearing a dress? Absolutely not. I'm not doing that. But I appreciate the suggestion and thank you for the support.
Money, money.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Bird.
Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Brad Burnham, for the super chat. It says, Phil, talking about people milking their customer base. Yeah, the hypocrisy is massive, you know. Phil, who tells his fucking own fans to become members, and also a super chat, and also a tip, and also we go fucking subscribe to his Patreon, and fucking comment on all his videos, like all his videos, fucking share all his fucking videos, get the word out there, DSP Gaming's back and all that shit, also super stickers, and super fucking chat or whatever, or super whatever. What's the fucking thing you can actually leave? You can actually fucking pay to leave a comment in the fucking uploaded videos and not shit on the fucking... It's mental. He asks for all these things. He demands all these things from his fans. Not to mention the fucking tip goes $50 for a fucking sunglasses, like $100 for some stupid fucking hat, something, you know, along the lines of, like, you know...
Fucking inflatable fucking crown!
And then your $150 just to wear a goddamn fucking vest, you know? It's all fucking dumb as hell. He's fucking experienced. He has been milking his own fans for as long as most people have on the internet. It is insane how much you can squeeze from the same people. Every single possible last penny out of them all. This month is going to be extreme for Phil doing that. I'm not kidding you on. Because you're going to get such a shorter YouTube payment, he is going to really push hard, not only for memberships but tips. He is going to make sure both of those things, he will remind everyone to fucking ramp up, to make up not only for the fucking downsized memberships, but also the shorter YouTube payment, which he needs tips to make up for. Why would you have a Himmler haircut? Yeah. As I'm saying, as soon as I fucking saw it, I just couldn't help but play this clip.
Go back to Supercuts and get your $5 back, jabroni!
Oh, no!
It's a fucking terrible haircut. I try my best not to fucking talk about his goddamn haircut, but that is a god-awful fucking haircut.
Man also became a channel member. Thank you, Birdman, for the membership this morning. And Purple Plasma re-upped their membership for 13 months in a row. All right, so now here's the deal. Since we now have a monthly goal in place again, since we're trying to hit it, I will be actively tracking members again. I know I totally lagged on that last month, on kind of on purpose, honestly, because I knew the members were just going to keep plummeting, and there's really nothing I could do about it. But now we're back on track. We're trying to push again for a goal. So now I'm going to actively start tracking it again, okay? My nose is itching. So we're actually at 382 members. Great.
He actually lost one. He lost a member. He was expected to have fucking gone up because people renewed their fucking memberships. Down even more. He lost one fucking more. 382 members. Let's watch him change it. Let's watch his wee piggy heart break as he lowers it.
382.
Go on.
At least we're getting an accurate starting point. Okay?
Change it. There we go.
Okay. Shout out to Australian Squid, who just re-upped their membership at the super supporter level. He says, good afternoon, Phil. It's nice to be here live again with you. I had to take a break from live streams. I had a major heart surgery over the summer. I'm back and all good. Wow. I hope it went well. I hope you're feeling better. Seriously. And, yeah, awesome. I'm glad to have you back. Welcome back to the streams, and I hope everything goes well for you in your recovery. I'm sure heart surgery is not something easy to recover from. All right. Swinging over to the tip side of things, our first tip of today is from Me Super Cam, who tipped $4.20. Thank you, Me Super Cam. Let's see what they have to say. If you want to play Capcom vs. SNK 2, I think your viewer count will shoot up a bit. I don't know how I would play it. There's no modern version of the game. While games like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 did at one point get a modernized online version, Capcom vs. SNK series never did. Would I like to play it? Yeah, at the same time, I was not great at it. That is the game that almost every person who played it used roll canceling, which is almost essential to play the game because it gives you a window of invincibility when doing any move. I didn't like that. I could roll cancel, but not like consistently because I just didn't like it. So when I played the game, I tried to play without roll canceling. Not a good idea. Basically, you get hosed constantly. But anyway, yeah, I don't think there's any way to play it, which sucks. So, an anonymous tipper tipped me $1.50. So the reason your event reacts don't do well is because not a single one has a custom thumbnail, but your other reacts do. You seriously think that having a custom thumbnail on me reacting to a game event is going to significantly boost its level of views and engagement?
I mean, it's actually a fair point. It's a really valid point that a fucking good thumbnail certainly attracts people to the fucking video. Your thumbnail game has got to be fucking strong to actually get your attention. If you're fucking browsing videos on YouTube, you have to fucking make sure that, you know, your eyes fucking find a good thumbnail. And yeah, it said engagement. Yeah, exactly. It said fucking engagement, so it's a tick. That's a double bingo. Fucking Yaldi. But yeah, I'm firmly of the opinion that the guy's actually got a valid point. I don't know if, you know, Phil would have had far better views, but it wouldn't have hurt his fucking chances if he actually had a better thumbnail. I work hard on my thumbnails, I'm not going to lie. I say I work hard. I do put some effort in to try and make them look decent without being too, like, clickbaity. Like, I'll show you a thumbnail. I'll even show you a wee thumbnail. One of the most recent thumbnails I made, I actually was quite proud of the effort I put into it, because I thought it was a really good fucking thumbnail. It was talking about Phil's decline in memberships. Let me see if I can find it in my folder. There we go. This thumbnail right here. So I was quite pleased with thumbnail. This is actually an accurate graph. This is not just a random pie chart. The 1st of August, his members were this high. 6th of August, it dropped down to this level. 24th, the 25th, the 28th. These are actually putting accurate numbers to the chart, showing it plummeting down the way. You know, thumbnails are absolutely important to attract people to your fucking videos. That is undeniable, and Phil's just fucking mocking the idea as if you don't know what you're fucking talking about. I have almost 200,000 subscribers. Shut up, random viewer. That gave me some money to offer a suggestion as to how I could fucking get people to watch my fucking videos that didn't get as much attention as I wanted. It's fucking... and look at the face as well. It's a fucking little soy face he's got, man. It's a fucking arrogant face that he really believes he knows better. Even though it is a very valid suggestion.
Actually believe that. I mean, wow. It's impressive. It's impressively wrong. Maybe you get a few clickbait views. You're not going to get overly changed engagement and views because of a thumbnail. Especially not today. You know, maybe years and years ago. Okay. The Crunchiest Onion tipped me $1.50 and says, I think you should retroactively remove Halo as your 2021 Game of the Year and bump up your number 2, which was Resident Evil 8, up to 2021 Game of the Year. I didn't even remember that I made Halo my Game of the Year. I didn't even remember that. I did? I'm serious. Halo has had such a bad run this year. I don't even remember that I did that. I did. I said Halo was my Game of the Year last year. Halo Infinite. Did I? I can't remember. How do I not remember? What happened? I think the Men in Black came and flashed me. Made me forget the whole thing. I seriously have no recollection of making Halo Infinite Game of the Year. I don't.
And this, kids, is why you shouldn't overindulge in alcohol. This man literally made that fucking video. He apparently put a lot of work into these fucking videos for Game of the Year and all that shit. And he can't even fucking remember that game on the list as winning the whole fucking thing. I mean, I remember all my awards I win. For example, I still got this little bad boy. This little award I've got here. My, what do you call it, awards? I've still got this wee award sitting here gathering dust, you know. I still take good care of that fucking wee award I got from the That Being Said guys. But yes, how can he not fucking remember the fucking, you know, his own Game of the Year for last year, man? It's not as if it was less than a fucking year ago. BST saying, pimp it out. Actually, I'll give it more prominence. I'll make it appear in front of the fucking chat. There you go. The Organic Engagement Award. Me. I won it all. Get out of the way, Phil's chat. You're in the way of my fucking award. Dead air. Lots of dead air.
Anyway, thanks for the tip. All right, continuing on. No one's saying anything. Magnetic Man Ripper, whatever the hell that means. To me, $4.20. So I might buy the arcade cabinet for collector's reasons and because I've never played those games before. Also, I only play Halo Infinite for teabagging now, which is... I love my tea bags. I can't get a day without tea bags. Wow. No, but here's the thing. Exactly right. Magnetic Man Ripper. Make no bones about it, that cabinet will sell. The collectibles right now are white hot popular of all kinds. I'm not getting action figures. I used to buy action figures in the 1990s, the last time they were hot, for 20 bucks. All right, McFarlane action figures. Now these action figures are being sold online for anywhere from $50 to $100 new. This is not, oh, it's rare, it's a collectible. That's the price tag new for an action figure. Collectibles are insanely expensive right now for some weird reason. It's just, there's waves where, oh my God, it's worth a ton, then oh my God, it's worth nothing. Then it's worth a ton, then it's worth nothing. Right now, everything's worth a ton right now. So they're selling these cabinets, and by the way, $600 for one of these cabinets. Do you want to honestly know how much it takes them to make one for the size that they are? They're probably made of fiberboard, right? Those controls are cheap. Those aren't name brand. That's cheap stuff. It's a crappy little monitor. It's just a bunch of ROMs running on a mini computer. I'm not kidding you. It probably takes them $150 to make that cabinet. So they're making insane profits off of the sales of those Arcade 1-Up cabinets, okay? But what is it? It's a collector's item for someone who has a game room and wants to every once in a while just kill a few minutes playing and then point when their friends come over and say, look, I have a game room. Or they want it in the background because they're a content creator and they want something nice in the background. That cabinet is not for a serious gamer, which is why my point I'm making is that is not hashtag free MVC2. That's not even the spirit of what that meant. That was gamers saying we want access to MVC2 again. And because of you not selling the game on any console, we can't play it. It's a dead game. It's like it never existed because we can't actively enjoy it, right? So when you say we're selling it again, but only on a $600 cabinet that's very limited on how you can even play it and you can't capture from it, it's not even close to being exactly what anyone was saying. It's disrespectful, quite frankly. So, there you go. But I hear you, Magnetic Man. Basically what'll happen is people who are collectors will get it and it'll sit and collect dust in their collector's room and no one will ever play it. So I mean, like, it's not going to get actual play because of those cabinets. An anonymous tipper to me $1.15 says, whenever you do another React event, try custom thumbnail. If it doesn't help it, no skin off your back. I do. If you haven't noticed, when I do React events, I try to get thumbnails on there as quickly as possible. What can I do? Listen, all right? Full transparency, as you guys know, I don't have any ability to make my own thumbnails. I don't have any software to do it. I don't have the knowledge or know-how to do it. It's all fan done. So typically what happens is I'll do an event. And
I literally use a website to get my fucking thumbnails. It's Canva. You can use Microsoft Paint. You can even use God. It's free in every computer. And Phil has Microsoft Paint on his computer. It's so easy to do it there. I just use Canva because it's quite a handy wee tool. It's a very I would highly recommend using Canva for kind of good wee thumbnails. You can customize. You can take templates and kind of make your own from it. It's quite handy. But, fucking GIMP is free and fucking Microsoft Paint is free. All sorts of shit is free.
And as the event's happening, a fan will get an idea for a thumbnail, and then overnight, some people will send me some thumbnail art, and then I have it for the next stream. So
how did they send you it, Phil? Did they send you it behind the scenes? Fucking say it, you fucking dick.
Sometimes in advance, I'll have art. For example, this right here, I asked for. I actually reached out to someone who makes me a lot of artwork, and I said, hey, could you do something early so I have something to talk about on the podcast?
Did you pay him, Phil? Now, you specifically requested some artwork from some fan that has got experience with us. Did you pay that fan? That is a fair thing to do. If someone's going to take the time to fucking make you artwork for your own content, for you to fucking profit on, I think it's fair you pay people for their hard work. Of course you didn't fucking pay the poor bastard.
Advertised the show over the course of today, and they said sure, and they whipped it up, and now I have it early. But in general, I don't have stuff early. I get it after the fact. You may notice when I do a new playthrough, a lot of the times the thumbnails don't get added for like a day. That's just the nature of the beast. I don't have money to pay a graphic designer. I don't have graphic design capability, right? So if it's not a giant high-profile event, no, I'm probably not going to have a thumbnail for it.
Riddle me this, people. How the hell can I earn substantially less money than Phil does, and yet I was able to pay Darkside to Phil for his artwork for my video of them? What did I fucking... That wee daft music video I made. What the fuck did I call it? One minute stand. That was it, 1 minute stand. I couldn't remember the fucking name of the fucking video there for a second. But I actually paid Darkside to Phil for the fucking video. You know, say for the artwork that he made, so I could use it in the video. That was like literally, he is an artist. He actually does this. I'll say anything. Darkside to Phil. I don't think you'll mind me reminding people of this. Anything he's already shared publicly on his Twitter, for example, any artwork there, he's very happy for people to use, okay? He's very happy for anyone to use that. But if you have a very specific request for him to do something for you, that is when it's a case of, okay, let's talk figures, let's talk, let's see, let's talk budget, let's talk ideas, it all gets hashed out that kind of way. If you need him to actually do something specific for you, if you've got any kind of special requests. But other than that, though, if he's got it on his Twitter, people are allowed to use that as well, as long as, obviously, it's giving him a wee shout out, for example. But he does great stuff, though, Dark Side of Phil, really, great wee artist, I feel. That's what I'm saying, Phil earns $100,000 a year, minimum, and he can't afford to throw someone $5, $10, $20 for all the hard graft for getting them thumbnails and little custom posters to advertise his streams and all that shit. Doesn't make fucking sense to me. Is that Hawksworth was just saying didn't even drop their name? No shout out or anything. Doesn't even get fucking paid an exposure.
Has nothing to do with time. People are like, oh, Phil has no time. I didn't say that. I said I don't have the know-how. I don't have the skill to do it, and I don't have software to do it. Okay. What's up, Guts? Good to see you. All right. So obviously, we've gotten to a point here where the show has now gone long. It's almost a 90-minute podcast. All right. I think we have one last second shout out for King, who re-upped his membership for 10 months, and he says, "Did you hear about Ninja?" Yeah, it's a bad story. The ninjas are finally invaded. I 3 of them this morning were outside throwing ninja stars. I had to go out there with a bat and beat them into submission. But it's terrible when another country invades another and they send a ninja force after you. No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What are you talking about? Ninjas? These ninjas right here? Oh, that's the Saints Row review. Oops. These ninjas right here? These guys? What are you talking about? Michael Caine says the last TMNT Game Boy game is a Metroidvania. It's not a straightforward game like all the others. Interesting. What's my website today? DSPgaming.com. That's my website, DSPgaming.com. And it's just forums. There's nothing else there. It's just forums. Ninja has quit streaming.
I guess he can probably fucking afford to. I mean, the guy's done quite well for himself. And if he can just fucking stop streaming altogether. Ninja quit social media, I guess is what it's being referred to, Heather saying in chat. So is social media and streaming, is he just going to make videos then? Or is he going to do anything? Or is he just basically going to like bask in nice fuck you money for the rest of his wee life? He'll get bored, surely. Yeah, Heather P saying Ninja's worth 40 million. Think of all the blue hair dye you can buy with that. I'll be honest with you guys, I have never watched a second of content made by Ninja. I'm not going to belittle the guy. I don't really know what they're like as a content creator. I know he's successful, and I can appreciate that he did well for himself. That's all I'll say about that. Whatever he wants to do with his fucking life, as long as he's helping nobody else, fair play to him. Clyde Dale saying some article says he rage quit a stream last night and hasn't been on since. Sometimes you need a break, and it's just the way it goes. We all need a wee break sometimes.
Okay. Not like he had to stream. Who cares? Seriously, who cares? What does that have to do with anything?
Seriously, no, hold the fuck on, Phil. You can't just fucking say who cares. Because you're putting yourself in a very silly position there. Now, Ninja obviously has a massive fan base. They were one of the most fucking popular streamers in the world after all. So naturally, if people are going to fucking care if they fucking watch this content creator usually, and they're not fucking streaming anymore, there's going to be a lot of people that enjoyed their content, and they will certainly fucking care. Far more people will care about Ninja not streaming than you not streaming. That is a simple fact of the matter. If DSP Gaming vanished off the fucking face of YouTube, far fewer eyelids would be battered. It wouldn't probably make headlines. It probably wouldn't even fucking resonate to most people, apart from fucking people like us that fucking pick apart your shit every fucking day and highlight all your stupidity, and we fucking finally go, oh shit, finally Phil's been fucking nuked off YouTube. Give it a couple of days and fucking some random fucking like Kotaku might pick up or something. Reddit will fucking talk about it maybe. But no, it won't make headlines. DSP Gaming disappearing off YouTube wouldn't fucking make much headlines. Nobody would really fucking care. Ninja fucking vanishing apparently is making headlines. That's the fucking difference in level, Phil. So get in your fucking lane and understand the level, the gulf in difference between being popular and being you.
Anything. Is it like what? How is that news? Anyway. Okay. How does Joel look? Bad or cool? I guess Jay's asking about the new Last of Us. Looks all right. Basically, his face has more wrinkles and his facial hair looks more detailed. That's about it. Like he looks almost identical. Yeah. Okay. All right. So guys, that is it for the Level 1 podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to say thank you to everyone who chilled and supported so far. I really hope that we can make headway with members this month. All right. And thank you. All right. Let us end the show. And we'll get started with the daily festivities, shall we? Thanks a lot. Hope you found it very informative.
The daily what? You want to say that again, Phil?
All right, let us end the show. And we'll get started with the daily festivities, shall we?
I'm going to fucking go back to normal speed for this one. What is he trying to say? Actually, I'm going to go slow motion. What's he saying here?
All right. And thank you. All right, let us end the show. And we'll get started with the daily festivities, shall we?
What the fuck is that? I still can't. As he tries to say daily festivities, and he's fucking just said it like daily fishy fishes. The daily fishy. The daily stuff.
Let us end the show. And we'll get started with the daily festivities, shall we?
The daily festivities. The daily festivities. Yeah, that's the fucking gin brain talking. One more fucking time.
Let's end the show. And we'll get started with the daily festivities, shall we? Thanks a lot. We found it very informative because, man, it was a hell of a show, dude.
Okay, so point at 0.5 speed, even though it's so much slower. It really brings out the drunk Phil a whole lot more, yeah. Alright, guys, remember the bingo's not over. We finish bingo when he hits record for YouTube for gameplay. So the game still continues. We've not lost yet. We're 2 away. It could still happen. Right, I'm going back to normal speed.
Doozy, right? All right, thank you very much. Let's do this.
I'm waiting for this fucking dumbass like outro to start so I can skip it.
It would help if I could click the right thing. Okay, let's get set up. I'm not going to have an extended break today. It's going to be very quick. I'm just going to pee quickly. We'll say like a minute, and then we're going to jump right into the game, okay? Don't actually have to do an extended bathroom break today, which is a good thing.
Okay, guys, bear with me here. No. He's talking, he literally was referencing having a shit there. I don't need to do an extended bathroom break. To me, that is like scat talk. Come on, he's literally talking about the fact that he doesn't need to shit. You cannot note that. He's literally talking about the fact, he's celebrating the fact he doesn't need to have a big shite. You can't note that. He is literally celebrating the fact that he does not have to take a big steaming shite. And he's like, all I need is a quick push. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I will not be gone for like 15 minutes, squeezing at a big massive jobby. Yeah, I know, it's a stretch, it's a fucking stretch, I know. It's nah. People are saying it's a stretch, it's a reach. I do kind of agree, but I really want to give it because I want to fucking give someone money today. Fine, no, okay, you know what my fucking rule is, if not everyone can agree to it, I'm not going to tickets. I tried though, I tried my best to fucking convince everyone, I really tried.
Alright, set the webcam sized properly. Let's make sure the color correction is off because I actually like the color it's at right now. It looks good. Let's change the resolution. Let's change the resolution. Let's change the resolution. There we go. Very nice. Is it centered? I guess it is. I hope so. Okay. All right. Give me like 2 minutes. I'm just going to run next door, use the restroom, and we're going to jump right into Saints Row. Okay, guys? Thanks. I'll be right back.
He's not even fucking doing the fucking ads for it, he's literally just left the camera on. Let me fast forward until he gets his little dumbass back. I'm literally just pressing the right arrow button to try and fast forward. Here we go, he's back. Right guys, Phil is back. Remember, we need him to say behind the scenes, and we need him to fucking make an actual proper like scat reference joke.
All right, guys. I'm back. Uh-oh. There we go. I was like, my phone's not charging. What happened? There we go. Okay. Let us get started here, right? All right. Give me 1 second. Check on 1, 2 things. Get my stuff turned on and get going here. Scotty Thompson, thanks for the super chat, and then you got banned because I didn't even read the message. I guess it was insulting. There you go. I didn't even read it. And you got banned. So, all right, Scotty, thanks for the super chat, dummy. Enjoy your ban. I didn't read it. It's like, what did you think would happen if you said something?
It's a good question. Twice Stan's asking, how often does it say behind the scenes? Why don't we consult Pig go right now and ask it? Behind the scenes. We're almost finished, but we've got time to just fucking do this very quickly, just to see how often he said behind the scenes in August so far. He said it on the 30th, so he said it on the 29th, the 28th, the 28th, the 25th, the 25th, the 24th, the 24th, the 24th, several times on the 24th, the 19th, the 16th, the 12th, a few times on the 12th, actually, the 9th, the 9th, the 9th, several times on the 9th, that's a lot of times on the 9th, the 7th, a few times on the 2nd, so yeah. He says it quite regularly, not every single fucking day. What's the total amount he says it? Well, oh, how many fucking things is this? So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. So hang on, so starting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. He said it like 30 times. He said it in total 30 times this month already. But sometimes were several times in one day. It doesn't say it that much, but when it does, it says a bunch, but it's usually during a stream, not on podcasts. Well, I just pointed out there, he said it like literally, maybe like 10 different days of the month so far. Because it's like your 30th, sorry, the 29th, the 28th, the 25th, the 24th, the 19th, the 16th, the 12th, the 9th, and the 7th and the 2nd. That's 10 different days in August. That's 1 every 3 days, on average. So I think that's still reasonable to have it included. Well, yeah, Chiz, I'm only searching the podcast because it's all relevant for DSP Bingo. So yeah, that's all I find any search for. I don't need to fucking worry about fucking searching gameplay.
Stupid. Okay. Stretch Armstrong says he's enjoying my Destroy All Human streams. Big ups for the channel. Well, thank you. There will be more of that Sunday. Yes, it continues on Sunday. We've got 2 more of those coming to finish the game. Oh, yes, this is gin. I'm drinking gin out of a seltzer bottle, of course. It's pure gin. Congratulations on that genius comment. Here we go again. Keep doing it. Remember. Okay. Guys ready to resume?
No.
Okay, let's do it.
No.
Everyone, welcome back.
Damn it to fuck. That's the end of fucking Bingo's recording for YouTube. Son of a bitch. So he is currently at $15 in tips so far, in case you are curious to see how much he earned so far. I just went and hit Phil live, so he's got $15 in tips so far. Sadly, guys, that is going to be the end of DSP Bingo. We didn't get the full 25 out of 25, we were close. But he shockingly had no scat talk, and he also didn't say behind the scenes, which is disappointing. I thought we had a good chance for him to say it. Isn't that the two? Isn't that the two things I said would kill us? I actually think that's the fucking two things I said would kill the game. Bastard. Oh well. I hate it when I'm fucking right. I should be used to it by now. I'm always right. Lies. Well guys, thank you very much for joining us. I do appreciate it. And yeah, I'm not gonna fucking drag things out, don't worry. I'm just gonna end things pretty much with the usual way I end things. We're going to play Notorious PIG Contributions, a video from Pixar Contributions. It's how we always end our streams, you know. It's the perfect way to end a stream after the disappointment of not getting a full house. We cheer ourselves up by playing this amazing me tune and this amazing me video made by Pixar Animations. So yeah guys, I'll see you tomorrow for a special edition of DSP Bingo, where it's only going to be a 3x3 bingo card, because it's probably going to be a shorter pre-stream, which hopefully means we may have a better chance of getting a full house bingo. I'll have to wait and see though. So if you want to join me for some DSP Bingo tomorrow, feel free to do so, and hopefully I can give someone some money for getting a full house for a 3x3 card, a very rare 3x3 card. But enjoy the rest of your Friday. Thank you very much for joining us once again. I do appreciate it. Thank you for keeping me right in chat. Thank you for subscribing. By the way, I've almost got 2,000 subscribers. That's fucking mental. I'm like 30 people away from 2,000 subs. That fucking blows my tiny mind. So thank you guys for fucking supporting the channel. It's crazy, and also for people super chatting as well. And I appreciate everything people give. I know it's one of those things. I don't like going on about it in case I sound like DSP, but I really massively appreciate anything people are willing to give me. The support throughout August was insane. Like I can't believe the fucking it all adds up. Essentially, wee bits here and there. People don't need to give anything, but I certainly appreciate anything people do give. But that's enough of me rambling on. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. Let's enjoy some contributions together. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow for some DSP Bingo if you wish to join me first for that. So enjoy the rest of your Friday. Peace out. Have a good one.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside, and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant, fucking gone.